Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. Not to Arizona Cardinals franchise, and certainly not to the New York Giants franchise, but we are here in the AFC Championship game of our shared franchise. Say hello, Voodoo.
Howdy.
And we're both here. If you remember from last season, we did the Super Bowl commentary, but this season, we're doing the AFC commentary because the Cardinals are in the Super Bowl. So, figure this is the next best thing we can do without it being like Voodoo commentating over my game by himself. So
We get a little bit of a look at either team that's going to be playing your Cardinals in the Super Bowl, and just kind of get a look at what this AFC's kind of looked like. We haven't really seen. Of course, last year we saw, the Chiefs, who always make the Super Bowl, made the Super Bowl. Not this year. Very interesting championship, actually.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very low seeded Patriots team, and a very low seeded Bengals team.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting how we've gotten here. Just a quick look, I guess, at how the teams are stacked. I mean, the Patriots don't look amazing, other than their passing defense looks really good.
Lights out secondary,
and that will be a very interesting matchup against the #1 rated passing offense. So that's really the thing to note for this game, because the Bengals really don't look amazing necessarily at anything otherwise. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched, though.
I agree. Do you want to pull up the playoff bracket if you can from that?
I would if I could, but it's not here, I guess.
Is it in the league
we'll just
schedule?
We'll have to do by standings. But what we will say is that there is the good old glitch that I've seen occasionally on the Madden subreddit, that there's 8 playoff teams, which is not accurate. The Broncos weren't in the playoffs, so
but it says they are. Honorable mention for the Broncos.
It says they are, but it also says the Patriots are the 8th seed, which is also not true.
It's also not possible.
No,
it happened.
No, it's very interesting that that's what's showing, but it's very interesting because you look at the NFC, and those are two teams that you'd be like, okay, you expect those based on record to be in the NFC Championship. The AFC just looks a little wacky, you know.
It looks like a bunch of wild card teams. There was like the Ravens and the Bills looked okay, and then every other the Titans also 10-win team. Yeah. Every other team was 9-8 or worse.
Yeah, and I mean, literally, we do have two wild card teams taking each other on here. The 6th and 7th seed. No, fuck you.
Oh,
God damn it.
Well, it's actually the 6th and 8th seed.
Fair. Well, according to Madden, but also realistically, it is the 6th and 7th seed. But which is crazy. That's unheard of, right? Like, you can't. I mean, that's wild.
Championship game.
Yeah, it's. But I guess we could take a look at how we got. Let's do the other schedule, playoff schedule. So in the wild card round, we did see the Patriots get the overtime win over their division rival, the Bills. Which, I mean, Drake May purely playing hero ball, and
gunslinger,
just completely somehow managed to win. I mean, I don't know.
Burbank and Travion Henderson.
They ran the ball a fuck ton compared to the Bills. I mean, I don't know. They somehow beat the Bills. That's really what it comes down to, is they managed to they made enough plays to make it happen. I mean, Milton Williams had 2.5 sacks. That's pretty solid. Jeez, Maxwell Harrison 2 picks, but yeah, that was
I think
interesting.
Williams just found a way.
Yeah,
on the road, you're going into Buffalo.
Yeah,
as the 7 seed against the 2 seed. I mean,
it's
only
easy.
2 wins separating them, to be fair, but still, that's not a game you want to be playing.
Yeah,
and they somehow pulled it off.
Yeah, that's not an easy game. But you look at an easier game. Cincinnati toppled the Cam Ward-led Titans. I mean, Burrow looked solid. Ward didn't really do a ton. The run games were pretty mediocre, and I mean, this is insane. 3 100-yard receivers for the Cincinnati in one game. Jamar Chase was barely involved.
None of them were Jamar Chase. That's really interesting.
Yeah. Like, crazy. Also, the fact that they're all separated by a yard at most and also one catch at most is wild. These two had the same stat line. They said, "Whatever, dude. We give up on the stat, so we're just gonna say fuck it." They get the same yards, same catches. Yeah, I mean the Bengals just kind of even throwing more, like having the turnovers and getting sacked more. It looks like just look like maybe they were a better team, just better players.
Yeah, I think the Titans' offense just couldn't move.
Yeah,
really at all. But great season for the Titans. They were the last. I mean, they were the worst team.
Yeah.
Of course, when we started this franchise, like the modern year, and then they were the worst team in our first year.
Yep.
So very good turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, 10-7 wins the division. I mean, it's a good start. Obviously, losing the playoffs sucks, but like this team's still young. They're still really growing, and it's a really good start for this Tennessee team.
They could definitely be a powerhouse in the AFC in the years to come.
Yeah. Then in the divisional rounds, the Patriots meet the Ravens, and they've had a ton of playoff history with each other. This one was interesting. It was a rain game, so not a lot of passing, at least successful passing, I should say. Really, both quarterbacks didn't do that well, but May did slightly better. And honestly, looking at the run game, it looks like the Ravens outran the Patriots. So it's one of those situations of how the hell did the Patriots win? Rondale Moore is why.
Rondale Moore is the sole reason why the Patriots are playing championship football. I think it comes down to defense. Holy moly. Yeah, Lamar Jackson had no time. He was getting buried. That's like, what, 5 sacks?
Yeah. That's still does not equate to Phillip Rivers' abilities. But, yeah, I mean, Patriots defense held Lamar to 102 passing yards, even in the rain. That's still impressive. Also holding him to only 28 rushing yards. Yeah, he did get a touchdown, but, I mean, that's impressive.
I mean, that's entirely bogus work by Lamar Jackson. You throw 100 yards. You're the 1 seed. Hosting a 7-seeded 8-9 Patriots team, and you throw a pick, barely 100 yards, and get sacked 5 times, 56 completion percentage. That's how you lose a football game, and that is also just testament to, I think, this Patriots defense is dominant, and Drake May is doing enough. The offense is doing enough, but they're not the superstars of this team by any means. That defense is going to be scary.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid. And then this one was a close, interesting one. 2 9-8 teams going at it. A rematch of the AFC Championship that year. Was that 2021? I think
it happened twice, right? There was the one where the Bengals won, the one where the Chiefs won.
I think so. But yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow played pretty decent. Mahomes was all right, but you got some rookie running back matchup. Although maybe not. Where was he? Was he hurt? Oh no, I'm thinking of the Patriots guy. Never mind.
Najee Harris is running the rock for Cincinnati.
Yeah, they have Chubb as well, but he's hurt.
True.
2 touchdowns for Chase. I mean, again, this is like they look pretty evenly matched, but it really just comes down to who makes the plays when they need to. Like literally, just pretty much matched on everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing you can say Joe Burrow might be able to have an edge on is just his coolness under pressure. He is cold as ice, and he's been the one guy who we've never really, one of the few guys aside from Tom Brady who we've seen beat Mahomes in the playoffs. So
that's true. That is true. And I mean, edging is something we know a lot about. So, and then that obviously brought us to today. These two teams going at it. Obviously, we know what Cincinnati's offense can do, and we've seen now what the Patriots' defense can do. And it'll be very interesting. These two teams are very different spots, but also somehow managed to make it to the same spot in the AFC Championship game. So, I mean, other than that, I guess we can just hop right in, and then we'll take a look at the teams when we get in there.
Sounds good.
I will say Burrow had the most passing yards in the league this year.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Too. He was throwing the rock quite a bit. Jamar Chase had a great season. But yeah, we'll hop right in. And we see obviously the overall rankings. Cincinnati ranks 3 overall better. So obviously that's something. I think the Patriots have been playing as underdogs with that mindset for the entirety of the playoffs at this point. So
yeah, and Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow definitely bumps that number up, but again, it's ratings, all that stuff that matters. That's good and all, but at the end of the day, it's which team has the better players, the better scheme, and Patriots I think match up kind of well with Cincinnati. I think that Gonzo on Chase, who's their cornerback too? Didn't they draft a guy?
Silas Cleary, he didn't play.
Oh wow!
When I was looking through, they have some solid options. We'll have to look through their team, but yeah, no, I agree. I think they match up well. Obviously, the best passing offense versus the second best passing defense should be an exciting matchup to see who's gonna win that battle.
Two very different spots for the coaches, though. You have, Zach Taylor, who's kind of been on the hot seat, and a question of is he the coach who's gonna really lead Cincy to greatness? And then Vrabel, who comes in, of course, year 2, or I guess in this franchise year 3, and already got his guys in the championship game. So very interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, for the Patriots offense, it all starts with Drake May. He's, pretty much the next coming of, maybe not the next coming of Brady, but he's the next guy. He's the new franchise quarterback. They think very highly of him, and he's done really well in his early career here. Offers a lot. Obviously, Josh Dobbs, the GOAT. Pastronaut is here.
Probably see Josh Dobbs getting some reps in, of course.
Maybe. The running back group is very interesting. They really don't want Travion Henderson to get the ball because they drafted Brent Burbank, and he seems to be the starter.
I think look at that leg. That might be why.
Travion Henderson might not get as much work today because of that injury. He's still playing, but they are concerned about his left leg, it looks like. And of course, Ramondre fumble the ball. Stevenson is here. But pretty solid group there. Rookie fullback there. And then receiver is the interesting spot. I feel like this group has been under construction for about a decade, and they still haven't fully gotten it to an elite, it's even to a great receiver spot, top half of the league spot. Diggs is still good, but he's nowhere near what he used to be. Rondale Moore's solid. Kyle Williams is still young and developing. And then outside of that, Bourne and Polk. Rookie Morgan Kendricks, who looks like he just walked off the couch after a 10-month bender.
He's a special teamer, I think. So yeah, I guess he is very special. Really enjoying he's a very special player.
Yeah, I don't know. These receivers don't move the needle for me, in my opinion. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's kind of been working with the Patriots brand of football. It seems is having lackluster offensive weapons and in exchange good quarterback play, solid running back group, and I think the receivers definitely leave a lot to be desired. We see that with Drake May's stats. He wasn't terribly great this season, but again, they're doing enough, and that's really what the Patriots have done for their dynasty, was doing enough to win championships.
Yeah, and to add to that, Hunter Henry, he's a solid tight end, but he's not the leader of the offense. He's not a George Kittle or a Travis Kelce type, where he is the guy in the offense. He's really more meant to be a third or fourth option. So very interesting weapons there. Obviously, Will Campbell dealing with some minor injuries, but a severe shoulder injury, but he's playing through it. He's a really just hard fighter here.
Guy, yeah. No, he's not missing this game.
No,
not a chance.
If you saw his draft interview, he said, "I will die to protect my quarterback." So he's literally walking out there with only a healthy head and a healthy left foot.
His left foot, he's got that healthy. That's all he needs.
He needs his kick step. That's all he needs. That's all
he
has.
Start attacking his. If they attack his foot, it's over though.
It might be. It might be, but no, he's a very good tackle nonetheless. And I'm sure Drake May loves having him there. Juice Scruggs at left guard, another really banged up lineman, and Jared Wilson at center. What are the trainers doing here in Foxborough? Cole Strange still somehow. Here's the stupid glitch. I'm gonna fix this for them. Mike Unwenu is gonna start at right guard because Cole Strange is fucking terrible. And then
not great.
Right tackle Caden Wallace. He's very healthy, but he is not good. So
yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm not sure why they're right. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're right tackles. Like their only healthy lineman, and he's also the worst one.
Yeah,
maybe did they have an injured starter or something?
No,
I don't think so.
Maybe he's just that guy. He just doesn't get contact at all. He just lets the guy run past him, so he doesn't take hits.
That's why he's healthy.
But no, I mean, obviously they've done a pretty decent job building this other side of the line. Like, not terrible. It's not bad. It's developing. You obviously have some young guys here that you're hoping can really grow into being an elite line. So obviously right tackle just seems to be kind of the last spot that they've gotten to.
Definitely.
But yeah, O-line, it's not terrible as long as they stay healthy this game. But let's move to the defense. Do you want to talk about their defense a little bit?
Ooh, defense. Yes, you have Keon White rushing on the left side of the ball. On the right side, I believe it's either Zadarius Smith or
Sam Williams.
Sam Williams, maybe.
These two are
I don't know who's on the right. Yeah, on the right end. Yeah, it's Zadarius Smith. He's got something left in the tank. Gives me very like Matthew Judon in New England vibes. Like very like he's not the same at this point in his career, but he still has enough that he can bring value at the edge position. He's serviceable, and Keon White looks pretty good. He's actually developed pretty nicely for I feel like New England. They quite like what they have there, and
yeah, and they've been
he is also struggling with injury, but
yeah,
he'll be fine.
And they've been taking a bunch of swings at edge for a while, honestly, and they're finally seeing one of those picks kind of play out with Keon White. Yeah, on the interior, I mean, go for it.
Yes, you have Milton Williams, 5-year man out of oh god, where's Milton Williams? I don't even know.
I don't know. He was from the Eagles originally, and he got signed here.
Yep, there you go. And then Christian Barmore, he's also, I mean, just solid defensive tackle group. Like I feel like it's one of those defensive tackle groups that are like pretty good. They're not like top 5, but it's a pretty good defensive tackle room. And Joshua Farmer, very young, obviously a rookie from in real life's class, obviously, but in here, first year man, heading into his sophomore season, and I'm not sure if we'll see much of him, but he's definitely, I think, next in line, hopefully to get some reps at some point because he's very talented.
Yeah. Ooh. Very interesting here.
Maybe, I don't know if they have a Sam linebacker. I guess they're the rookies.
I think he's probably starting here. I think Tobias is going to start at Sam. Okay. Looks like.
Delani Tavai, kind of not that good. Old. Yeah, let's just move on. Tavai's not that great. He's okay. Terrence Daniels, Mike linebacker rookie, starting at Mike. Interesting. We do see Spillane there. I assume Spillane is the veteran signal caller of this linebacking group, but Terrence Daniels is the guy at Mike.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. Obviously, look at his size. He's one of those smaller, more kind of newer prototype linebackers where they can really just run all over the field and cover really well. But the physicality is the question of, can they bring down some of those bigger guys like the tight ends?
Yeah, 230, 5'11". That's like that's a kind of more like a safety, really.
Yeah, I mean, he could, if he has honestly kind of, what the hell? Oh, long snap. That's what that is. He could, if he wanted to. I mean, his press isn't great, but he could make a transition to safety at some point if linebacker doesn't end up working well. But I mean, they're rocking with him, and it seems like he's doing all right as the Mike.
Yeah, and Will Spillane, we just talked about him. He is a veteran. He's their guy at linebacker. Obviously, you have the rookie, and then you have Tavai, who's not really pushing the needle. So Spillane's your guy. He's the dude calling the shots on the defense. and he's really good. I mean, I feel like he's honestly pretty underrated in real life, and obviously in the game, he's a pretty good player. And yeah, Robert Spillane, I think he'll definitely make an impact.
Yeah, I agree. I wish he was still a Steeler. But this is where this group shines, I think.
Absolutely. Wow, yeah, this secondary is filthy. You have Christian Gonzalez, who matches up quite literally perfectly with Jamar Chase. Speed, agility, acceleration, but he can match up anywhere. Like, honestly, anywhere else, he's almost more of a mismatch as a corner to a wide receiver, which is, you almost never hear that. So Christian Gonzalez is a freak athlete. Of course, you have Carlton Davis, former Lion, I believe. Pretty good as well. He's older, not the greatest, but really not the greatest speed, I meant to say, but he's a great coverage guy. Marcus Jones, also pretty good. I feel like 4 years, he's developing pretty well. But I do expect the fourth man on the depth chart, Silas Cleary, to eventually step up and either take Carlton Davis's role when he leaves, or maybe Marcus Jones. I expect him to be starting opposite of Gonzalez at some point.
Yeah.
I think that's the play.
Yeah, I agree. I think right now it looks like future outlook, probably Carlton Davis will eventually leave, and then Cleary will be the opposite outside guy, and then Marcus Jones stays in the slot. I mean, he's 5'8", 175. You don't want him on T. Higgins at all this game. He's
Definitely
gonna.
not.
I think he's a really good matchup for Marquise Brown, who should be their slot receiver, though. I do think that's a really good matchup.
I agree.
Yeah, this is. I think the key matchup is Carlton Davis on. I mean, I don't know if they're planning on having Gonzalez only on Chase, or they're gonna move them around, but whoever Davis is on, I'm assuming it's either gonna be Chase or Higgins, depending on what Gonzalez does. That's the key corner matchup, I think, because I think
he definitely matches up. He matches up definitely better on Higgins than Chase, just in terms of speed.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, at least secondary's been Patriots' bread and butter for however long they've really existed as a dynasty, going back to Belichick. And obviously, their head coach is a former Belichick alumni,
right.
Mike Vrabel. So this is just Patriots defense, secondary heavy, no fly zone, like make you run the ball. And Cincinnati doesn't have the best run game, so we'll see. I think the secondary will be telling the story. And the safety group, Jabril Peppers is again one of those underrated guys who doesn't really get much of the love he deserves, I think. And of course in the game as well, he's a pretty good safety here, and I believe that's Craig Woodson.
I thought it was Charles for a second. I was like, when did he come back?
I was gonna say, Charles Woodson, damn, it's pulling a Phillip Rivers. No, but
yeah,
Craig Wilson, apparently pretty good. I don't think I've actually ever heard his name in my entire life, but he's apparently a very good player, and maybe I don't know Patriots ball.
I mean, he seems like he's developing nicely to eventually maybe take Duggar's spot, but as of now, I mean, Peppers, yeah, I agree. He's very underrated.
And then, of course, Kyle Duggar, very, very solid, strong safety. I feel like that's the best word for Duggar. He's solid, plays downhill pretty well, decently fast. And yeah, I don't think they have a deficiency at safety. Nothing elite, but I think that they have a good group. And actually, they'd also do have Marty Mapu, who will probably, I don't know. I mean, he's not that much younger than Duggar. We'll see. He's probably more of a rotational safety. You see that often with NFL defenses running the two safeties or rotating them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as a Steelers fan in real life, somehow getting both of the Patriots starting safeties off of just either the trade or free agency is crazy. Both have been solid. I love Kyle Duggar, though. He brought a pick six back in real life. Then Andres Borregales at kicker, who he's young. He's still trying to make his name here in the league. Obviously, some big shoes to fill in this franchise with guys like Adam Vinatieri and Steven Gostkowski being here prior, and then Bryce Behringer as their punter. The rest of that stuff doesn't matter too much. We'll
Julian Ashby at a long snapper.
That's important to know. But let's take a look at the Bengals offense. Would you like to talk about their offense, or do you want to talk about their defense?
I'll do their offense.
All right.
And we'll do their defense.
Sounds good.
So Joe Shiesty, the man himself out of LSU, demon. I mean, what can I say? I think he's a top 3 quarterback, and he's not 3. I think Joe Burrow is severely underrated, and he's a menace. I mean, he is ice cold. He has that, like, I don't want to say it, but he has that Brady kind of blood to him. Like,
He's kind of my homie.
He's not. I wouldn't say
No,
Mahomey.
he's
He's
not
more as like
Mahomey.
the.
He's cool, calm, collected. Yeah,
yes,
I agree.
utterly elite, I would say, and he's, of course, LSU legends, and we'll get to his teammate from LSU as well here in a second. But yeah, running back Najee Harris also injured because apparently I was going to say something I should have said, but yes, the doctors are not great people, and they are messing. And Nick Chubb is not starting.
I guess he's probably on IR. It looks like.
Oh yeah, no, he is injured. So
same thing with Chase Brown.
Chase Brown. So yeah, they're relying on Najee Harris and Taj Brooks, I believe. Yeah, Taj Brooks to carry the torch. Najee.
We are Charlie.
What do you think about Najee? My God,
what do you carry the flame? Well, not as a former Steelers fan, as a Steelers fan, I haven't left the fan base yet. I really like Najee. I think he is a good running back who can be your guy. Like, I don't think he's ever like that type of top 15 guy, maybe, but he's solid. I mean, he's a powerful back. As long as he runs forward and doesn't try to get too shifty, like he needs to be like a one cut or just power ahead guy. He tends to want to get shifty, go outside the numbers a little too much, but he's solid when he's not doing that. And he's also solid out of the backfield as a receiver. So I think, considering the injuries, you could be doing a lot worse as you're at your running back group here.
Definitely, yeah. I think he works probably a little bit better as like a supplemental rotational piece.
Yeah,
but running back one, not the worst. Like you said, it's better than most of the guys in free agency, so you'll definitely take that. And of course, LSU teammate we were talking about, Jamar Chase, the right-hand man of Joe Burrow, and probably, again, top 3 at his position, and I don't think he's 3. He could argue number 1.
It's between him and Jettas, I think.
I would say Jettas has a slight edge, but that's not any slight to Jamar Chase, because Jamar Chase is an utterly elite receiver. It's freakishly fast, catches almost anything you pass to him, has a wide net, wide range, insane route tree. I mean, there's nothing really you can slate on Jamar Chase's game. Big, and just plays with just an unprecedented amount of awareness, and just an amazing receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I agree completely. He's phenomenal.
T. Higgins is a very... I mean, we were talking about this Bengals receiving group. Many people have said that this is probably the best receiving group in a long time, like at least the best currently. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I mean, T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1 on a lot of teams.
He would be.
Definitely like having 2 of them. And then Marquise Brown is probably a wide receiver on a lot of teams, wide receiver 2 on a lot of teams, but he's a wide receiver 3 here, and he literally works perfectly with T and Jamar. Like, Marquise Brown is a gadget.
Yeah,
he's like the guy you'd use for exactly that role, and he has a lot of experience, and just overall just a great wide receiver 3. There's also Jermaine Burton, who I believe is a rookie. No, wait. Oh wow, he's
very much further than that.
Second year player. I'm completely lost. Apologies, Jermaine Burton.
I guess they're missing a rookie.
They do have a rookie. This is the rookie receiver. Yeah, Josh Batista.
He's hurt, unfortunately.
Yeah, hope he'll do all right. Maybe he'll come back. But I mean, great receiving room.
Yeah,
they definitely have better passing attack
for sure.
Than the Cincinnati Bengals. The run game maybe is arguable, but the passing game is without a doubt.
Yeah. Also, one thing to note, just in this franchise, just the quarterbacks Marquise Brown has played with: Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. That is crazy. Those are his 3 quarterbacks in his career.
Yeah. Well, let's see if let's see if he can go back to the big game. Tight end Rodney Whiteside, rookie sensation. He's the guy at tight end. They have their guy. Of course, we had a very heavy strong tight end class, and a lot, like I think 3 or 4 tight ends were taken, like in the early rounds. So Rodney Whiteside was a hit, and Rodney Whiteside is going to be a baller, I think, in this game. Hopefully a big impact rookie.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, when you're the Patriots defense, even as the second best passing defense, I mean, I think Rodney Whiteside is going to be the thorn in their side overall, because I think it's the worst matchup for them. I mean, they have Spillane, obviously, and they have the rookie, but I don't know if either of them really can contain him enough.
You have a problem because Spillane is, I don't know if he's going to be fast or quick enough to cover Whiteside, and the speedy linebacker, we talked about his size. I mean, Rodney, I think, has like 30 pounds on him, so he could,
and 5 feet, or 5 inches. 5 feet.
Yeah,
would be crazy.
5 inches on him. So yeah,
which, I mean, hey, that's a normal Friday night for me, but
fair enough.
Anyway.
I'm more of Thursdays, but yeah. So
well, today's Friday when we're recording. But this is I think, was this our first round pick? I forget if this was, or was it
no? No, that might be Felix. Let's double check that real quick.
I forget,
like
honestly.
5 seconds. I don't remember him being a first round guy. I think they took someone else in the first, but I could be wrong entirely.
You very well could be.
I could absolutely be wrong. Let's see.
Recap. That's what we're looking at. Oh no, they took Reed Hastings. That's right. No, Felix Ford was their second round pick. I think Rodney Whiteside was their third round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do remember that slide happening. Or maybe Felix Ford was the third round pick. One of the two, but
yeah.
Either way, yeah, Felix Ford, a very good overall for where he was taken, second or third round. This is a first round tackle. Like overall, I would say he's 6'8", so he's an absolute pillar, and yes, 94 strength, utterly 6 foot, great tackle. I think they have their guy on the offensive line, at least on the blind side.
Yeah, I mean, they needed this so much. I mean, they've been struggling to get a tackle to really stay here and be good. So they landed a really good one here.
Dylan Fairchild, very young offensive guard who's also aging pretty well here in simulation. Pretty solid, 81 overall, only in his first year. I think they're starting to build this young offensive line that grows with your dynasty, and I mean, you love to see it.
Yeah, they've been needing that for a while because it's been pretty piss poor, and this shows what they've had.
Well, normally. Yeah, this definitely isn't Ted Karras. Yeah, Coleman Shelton is he's a center. He's a center in the National Football League, former Ram. And
he is better than Luke Fortner.
He is definitely better than Luke Fortner and Sean McLaughlin, or whoever that is. Seth McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Coleman Shelton will be. It might be a bit of a worry considering Patriots' good interior line, but let's see if he can hold up.
Yeah, just don't give him the football because he will not be able to break a tackle with 5 break tackle.
Yeah, that would suck if he got the football.
And it continues. Again, the good old weird glitch where it's like, hey, we're going to start the worst lineman. But this is interesting for you. This is a big free agent loss for you.
Yeah, huge stuff. Former offensive guard John Runyon with his 70 pass block. And there's a reason that they have him starting over Ryan, of course, because, I mean, Runyon's just elite. Yeah,
wasn't he offensive lineman, like Pro Bowl or something?
He was up there, but a lot of guys were. So I don't know if that says. He's alright. Yeah, I don't know. He's alright.
Yeah. And then obviously,
Marius Mims. Yeah, another young offensive tackle that they drafted. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, that's really how you want to build your line too. You want to build it from the outside in, ideally.
Definitely, because especially if you have to pay multiple tackles, like they're getting paid many millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to hit on your picks at the offensive line position, and this is why you do it, because then you can have a Jamar Chase and a Joe Burrow and have a good offensive line by just drafting well. So this is perfect.
Yeah, and then moving on to defense, which has been a struggle for the Bengals in pretty much past decade mainly. Shamar Stewart has turned things around, after a rough start, but he looks really solid. Only, his second year now. He's looking really, really solid, and they were banking on his potential because he didn't really show a lot of sack production in his college days, but at the very least, he is definitely growing into a solid player. Obviously, having Trey Hendrickson helps a lot to learn from, and he's still really good. Obviously older, looking to maybe get a Super Bowl to cap off the end of a career here. And then the 7th overall pick in last year's draft for the Bengals, Reed Hastings. We loved him coming out. He looked really good. In my opinion, I know he wasn't rated the best overall, but I think he was my favorite prospect in the draft. And I mean, look at him. He's already an 85, playing up to an 89 with the morale. But he looks really good. He's incredible, super strong. He's kind of, and I mocked him, I think, to the Rams before because he looks Aaron Donald-esque. He's 6'1", 295, very small, but look at his strength. He is 95 strength there. He's super strong.
Yeah, bulldozer.
Yeah, he is just so strong. Not as athletically gifted as Aaron Donald, I will say, but still enough to play D-tackle and play
still enough
well.
to notch 15 sacks in your rookie season.
That's
true.
No,
Reed Hastings dogged out.
Yeah, and obviously behind him some solid options. Chris Jenkins and B.J. Hill, solid rotational options. McKinley Jackson is here as well. At Sam linebacker, Trevor Nowaski, not really notable. I don't know how much we'll see him, but Mike linebacker, they have Logan Wilson. Not on the Cowboys like in real life at this point. He's stuck with the Bengals, and they stuck with him. And he's been actually looking pretty good this season. Seems to be playing really good football. He's just all around a pretty solid linebacker. Really not much to mention other than he's just pretty balanced, but he's definitely the leader here on defense. And they're actually choosing to at will starting Servosha Dennis, who has a severe right shoulder injury. They're deciding to start him over Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight. Well, Demetrius Knight's hurt. But Barrett Carter in real life has been a really bad linebacker, but we might see him a little bit. But they're starting Servosha Dennis, he's a linebacker in the NFL.
He is. Former, I think, Buccaneer,
yes.
from what I guess by the outfit.
He is a former Buccaneer. He's okay at best. Corner's interesting. Obviously, Cam Taylor-Britt's developing pretty well as their corner one. Matchup-wise, I think the Bengals might have a better matchup here with their top two guys. Dax Hill as well, being their other corner. Just a very good athlete. And I think maybe putting him on Rondale Moore would make a lot of sense. But your concern is after that, because Josh Newton's not incredible. He's fine. DJ Ivey, you don't really want him starting. Obviously missing rookie Mike Payton today. So really, their top two are good, but they could get exploited here.
I have to assume that Newton's playing the nickel. I could not assume he's a
Probably.
boundary guy. We'll see though. They might have one of those top two guys
We'll see.
in the slot.
And then free safety. Geno Stone's a solid safety. Good tackler. He's able to get in there, make some hits. Got the veteran presence. Kevin Byard, obviously, he was pretty good for Tennessee, right? And
former Titan. Was he on the Eagles or am I? I'm just thinking about the Eagles. Titans
I know he's also on the Bears currently in real life.
Oh yeah.
I think he's tied for lead in picks as well somehow, but he's still solid. He still has some juice left in the tank here, so definitely see him a little bit rotationally. And then Jordan Battle is developing pretty well at strong safety, another guy who can just get in there and lay some hits. Secondary solid, defense overall not bad. Linebackers, depending on who's starting, could concern you. You got Joshua Carty, Jake Bailey. They're guys. Yeah, I mean, not much to mention there. Obviously,
I'd like to see
Ooh.
Who's in the Rod? Wait, they got the rookie tight end. That's interesting.
So they're choosing not to. They don't want to deal with that roster spot for a long snapper. They said, "Hey, we're gonna put you at long snapper." He has the size for it, 270, 6'4". He's big enough. You know.
Yeah. No, this makes sense. I guess that's also why they wanted Rodney. Is obviously he's actually a great offensive piece, but he's a special teamer as well, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very interesting strategy, and I mean, we'll see if that plays. I mean, he does have pretty good long snapping ability, so I don't know. But other than that, let's get into this game. Very excited to see how these teams play today, and yeah, I mean, do you have any thoughts on how this game might go?
Well, I'll say this: the Bengals definitely lucked out that they were playing not the greatest wide receiver room, I feel like, so that hopefully they can get a bit of a break here. Here is the return man for Cincinnati, getting only up to about the 23 or so before being brought down.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that fact. And speaking of really good receiver rooms, obviously helps Burrow get to this incredible season, 4,900 yards, 35 touchdowns. Yeah, he's incredible.
See it. Oh, nice throw there to T. Higgins. Quick shot, and that looks like he's
a little banged up.
Injury after that one.
He got up, and some notable inactives. No one, which is obviously good because the Bengals do have some inactives.
Yeah, no, that definitely helps them staying healthy.
Yeah. Very interesting to see how much they're going to throw today. Here's a throw to Rodney Whiteside, who does have X factor. I mean, you have so many weapons, on this offense. How could you go wrong throwing it to any of them? And they're going to go empty here. Well, you don't even need to run the football with Najee Harris if you're just going to throw it to your incredible weapons, right? Or
run it yourself.
Or slide for 4 yards. I mean, hey, you'll take the positive play. They have Antonio Brown over there. No, it's Marquise Brown wearing number 84. Cousin of Antonio Brown, though. Maybe a little shout out there.
Oh, nice throw.
Incomplete. That's the rookie. Is that Daniels, the rookie?
Nice play there. That's definitely a solid throw. But they have Orlando Brown, Chase Brown, and oh god, who was the other Brown? We were just talking about Marquise Brown.
Marquise, yeah. And they have there's a big play, Jamar Chase. You could talk about Chases as well, Jamar and Chase Brown. There might be another Chase somewhere on the field here, but yeah, I mean, a ton of weapons. Obviously, Burrow only throwing it here. I mean, that's a beautiful ball. Gonzalez gets beat there. And, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a really big challenge, even though this defense is really good against the pass. They have so many weapons, and they're showing it. But they're starting out looking heavy here on this down. Handoff, Taj Brooks. Breaks a tackle. Taj Brooks breaks through inside the 10. And there's an injury, and that is one of the linemen. I think, who is that? Number 71. That's Amarius Mims. That's a big one. He's going to have to get stretched out. He's holding his dick. Hopefully he'll be okay, but they're going empty again at the 7-yard line after that incredible play from Taj Brooks. They said, get the fuck off the field. We're giving this the anyone else but you. T. Higgins with another short catch, but they're going to continue.
They like they're empty.
They really do. I mean, I think if they had Chase Brown and or Nick Chubb, they'd be more comfortable running it, but only 2 running backs in the roster. Pressure quickly. Couldn't get it on the receiver screen to Jamar Chase. I think it was Milton Williams who got in there.
About their interior offensive line matched up against the defensive tackles. And
yeah,
that was certainly a play there.
That's a big matchup that we didn't mention, but Chase not there. It's Burrow, Whiteside, touchdown to start off the AFC Championship, and Whiteside got heavily involved in that first drive.
Yeah, he did. He was the safety blanket. The first couple of throws, and of course the red zone threat on that one. Yeah. Beautifully ran his route. I believe that's Duggar in coverage that he beats.
It's a tough matchup.
Drags the toe. And that is a tough matchup if you're a safety, because that tight end's he's a mismatch. Too big for a safety, faster than a safety, clearly. And a beautiful way to start this game.
Yeah, and they knocked that kick through with Josh Carty, and that's a really good drive. Obviously, you wanted to make a statement here, getting the ball first. It's playing against the best passing defense, and other than that one run with Taj Brooks, you pretty much just threw your way down the field. So we'll see how the Pats answer. They're going to start at the 25.
Drake May, again, we talked about he had an okay season. He has okay weapons, an okay season, and running an okay offense. Really, what their thing is limiting mistakes, letting their defense carry. But they're going to have to probably put some points up in this one.
Ooh.
There's a handoff to their man. I believe that's Brett Burbank.
That
carry
is.
In 12 on a nice gash. And coming back out here, this is kind of gun trips formation here. 3 to one side. Run or pass. Drake May plays action. Takes the handoff and throws it to Diggs over the middle. What the hell's happening?
Injury there. Oh my gosh. He's running off the field. He must have
is he
something really wrong. Oh, he's running away. He just ran.
Away. He's sleeping.
No, he must have had some sort of really emergency injury. Maybe
a mental breakdown. Maybe
perhaps
or something.
But something to note. I feel like I can't remember exactly, but Brett Burbank, wasn't he the guy you projected to go to Kansas City in the first round?
Oh,
I believe he was, because I projected Sal Tiller, who they did end up drafting, but I believe you did.
I'm
not mistaken.
No, I projected Clayton Bingham.
Ah, right. Okay, he's on the Packers. But Burbank was the other of the trio that could have been in the first round that we talked about.
True. Yeah, no, they definitely got some good value there in I think the second or third round.
Yeah, but as we talked, they're quickly 3 and out there. Obviously, 4th and 1 there may, some coaches would want to go for it there, but they choose not to, and that's a horrible punt. That is a downright terrible punt.
Yeah, that's a really bad punt.
Yeah, you can't give Burrow that spot.
The decision to punt's not terrible. They trust their defense.
It's early.
I mean, helped the Ravens to 7 points in the divisional on the road. So you obviously trust your defense, and wow.
Taj Brooks was not ready for that pass. He's seen all those passes go out to everybody else. He was like, "Oh, me? You want to throw it to me?"
Yeah, he thought that was his last touch of the day. was that carry?
Yeah. But, I agree. Another drop. Christian Gonzalez playing tight coverage there, a little bit behind Higgins, but. Yeah, no, I agree. I think 4th and 1 in that situation, some coaches like to go for it, but it's early. They trust their defense. Try to get good field position and back. And there's going to be a quick one. Chase getting a first down, just beating Gonzalez. And right now, Chase
hard
has
to cover
his
a
number.
drag.
It is. But, yeah, Chase right now looking better than Gonzalez in their matchup. Here's a quick draw for Brooks, and he only gets a yard. Yeah,
no Najee Harris so far.
No Najee Harris. He might be more of just the power back. Taj Brooks might be more of their receiving guy. 3rd down back. Burrow looking past Chase again. And another first down. And right now, Gonzalez is having struggles on Chase. And it's hard to not blame him. I mean, even though he's maybe the best corner in the league, that's the best receiver in the league possibly. Here's a play action. He's got time. Burrow just throws it out to Chase. Wide open. No one on him. They tackle him quickly, at least. 8 yards, timeout, injury again.
Mims again. Yeah.
And that's concerning.
Trying to play through an injury, and I think he's just doing too much. He's been off the field for a while.
Yeah. I know he really wants to play and help out his team. And, they're 1 game away from a Super Bowl. So it's not, you can't blame the guy. But sometimes you got to take your health first. That's what you got to go for. Here's Marquise Brown. For, I believe, his first or second. Was that his first catch, I believe?
Yeah, I think he got targeted earlier, but he dropped it.
Yeah. But, I mean, this Bengals offense looks really solid right now, just throwing the football.
I know they're running the ball, on an off pace, and
there's another one.
Effective, and here's another one. Yeah, no, they're passing to set up the run is what you call that. It's making the defense spread out because they think it's going to pass every play, and then you have one handoff for 10 yards, and then you're back to passing.
Yeah,
so.
And I think that's maybe part of why Najee's not on the field so much, because I feel like he does better in more of those heavy set formations. But if you bring Taj Brooks in, who gets enough for the first down there, if you spread everyone out, you get the receivers all spread out, maybe have Whiteside in line with the tight end, you can run an inside zone with Taj Brooks, and you're going to get some yardage there because they're just not ready for it. Here's pressure. And he's going to be incomplete there. That's pretty good hit.
Yeah, one thing you could say positively about the Patriots, how they play defense, is a couple times they're running on the interior.
Yeah.
The interior's winning, so they need to just try to drive home and get to Burrow.
Oh, there's a screen. He's getting quick out to Brooks, and that is a quick gain of 2 or 3. Gonzalez in on the tackle, but this Pats defense really looking to hold on here and hold them to a field goal. They don't want to go down by 14.
Definitely not. This early in the game, you need to get a stop here.
Yeah, but they're going to go empty here. Burrow looking. He's got a little bit of time. He's got time running out. Brooks takes a huge hit from Spillane, and there's a good stop from the Pats defense holding on, bending and not breaking. And Burrow slow to get up. He seems okay, but what the fuck happened there? Oh, the end of the quarter. I thought it was a penalty. But that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Very quick one. Bengals pretty much only on offense for the most part. And we'll see if they make this field goal with Cardi. But yeah, I mean, Patriots really need the answer here after this because their defense stepped up here to stop them for a field goal, but they're clearly not going to be able to hold on against this offense all game long. So they need some production out of their offense.
Definitely not. And defense carried them through their first couple playoff games. But yeah, no, this is Cincinnati. You're in Cincinnati. You need something from your offense here. Like you just need a score here. I think you need something, a field goal, a touchdown, and give your defense a little bit of spark. Because if they're playing down 10, that completely changes their mindset. And you need to do your job.
Yeah,
do your half. And
they're gonna go pass. Ooh, that's a good way to start.
Although Moore with a nice shot there. Very small. It gives me very it's just again so Patriots mold, the small receiver that's just great again and cover, understanding their placement in zone and such. Here's play action for Drake May as he looks under pressure, nearly intercepted. Or no, not intercepted. Sorry, that was dropped by the Patriots. I thought
that would have been a huge play.
Corner. That would have been a big play for the Patriots offense. Here is Brent Burbank with a screen in a gain of 2.
They're really just trying to pass it right now, getting something going. Just interesting.
Yeah, no, with their run game, maybe they should try that a little bit at some point if they can. Here's Drake May shooting it into the gap. That is
Kyle
18.
Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams.
Yep.
Right.
That's a really good play there.
Oh, absolutely. That's what they needed. They needed a first down. They're going out empty. They're taking a page out of Cincy's book here. And they'll just take a quick shot to Hunter Henry on the drag route.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's what you need. Just stay ahead of schedule, get some yardage.
Exactly. McMahon hands it off to Brent Burbank, trucks through a man, and picks up a first down. Looked like he was going to be held up there before the first down marker. Set up 3rd and 2. But
he's powerful.
He is. That's a great play. That's what they needed. Again, just staying ahead of the chains. Play action.
Oh my God.
Fires it. That's Kyle Williams.
Wide
Beautiful
open.
First down. Yeah, play action set it up perfectly. It was a heavy set. They thought it was going to Burbank with the I-form blocker, but play action, you find your receiver, and that's just a well drawn up play. Here is a handoff for Brent Burbank, trying to bounce it outside. Picks up out a gain of 1 on that one. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Back up here.
I'm a big fan of heavy sets, but they're finding success here today with it a little bit.
Truly. A lot of heavy sets. So that's a solid play there. Another just 2-yard gain. They're just trying to make this an easier third down here. 3rd and 7. There's Drake May in the pocket. Pocket collapses quickly, and that's a sack for Cam Sample.
We didn't even talk about him because he is a rotational edge, but he gets home.
Sometimes it's the player you need to step up. It's not always your superstars.
True. And I mean, you mentioned it earlier. All they really need to do is take some points here, and they get 3 possibly as long as they make this. But I think another big thing to note is that this drive was a longer drive and gave their defense some rest, which is, I think, so important. You see so many times where defenses are on the field constantly. I've seen it a lot as a Steelers fan where the offense just can't do anything. The defense is playing 40 minutes of the game. And as good as they could be, when they're playing a majority of the snaps, they're not going to be able to hold up.
Absolutely. No, I think that's imperative for successful defense and successful operation. You cannot just play all that defense and expect them to hold up.
Yeah. But we'll see here. Obviously, Patriots defense held them to a field goal last time. They're hoping for maybe a little bit more, a little bit of a stop here. No points. But we'll see what the Bengals decide to do. Motioning Jamar Chase. Looking, a little pump fake. And he's going to chuck it out. Incomplete. Try to go to Whiteside. That's Craig Woodson, who we mentioned in coverage there. Three receivers stacked to the left side. Burrow looking snap, looking pass, looking out to Whiteside again. He's going to get a first down. Fighting out of bounds to the 36. And Burrow is over 100 yards on the game. Whiteside having a really solid game thus far. As they come in to this one with a heavy set. Going Najee. No, that's Taj Brooks still. I wonder if Najee's ever going to get a carry.
Maybe Craig, in like goal line.
Maybe, yeah.
Really,
that's not a good sight to see. He's a little bit slow to get up. He should be okay, but you only have 2 running backs on the roster. You can't afford to lose one of them. 3 receivers stacked to the left. Burrow has a lot of time. Just launching this one deep down the field. T. Higgins to the 11-yard line. And number 7, I believe.
Is that Carlton Davis?
That might be. I don't know.
Where's that?
But that's an incredible pass. That's a literally perfect placement. That is Carlton Davis. We talked about how it's going to be a tough matchup regardless of who he covers, just because they're both really good receivers. And
I thought he had the edge on. Well, he'd rather face Higgins than Chase, but like you said, T. Higgins doesn't really matter. T. Higgins is a mismatch. For Carlton Davis, that's a big play and a big catch, a big throw.
They're start off Taj Brooks run with a lot of room. He's going to get just down at the 1. That's an incredible stop at the 1, but just full steam ahead. He's got a lot of just quick power, like just jumping out of his stance and just full force to the end zone. He's gonna
Taj Brooks has been pretty
get
good.
Another one.
Speaking of
untouched touchdown, and that is the exact opposite of what the Patriots wanted there. He is dancing and he's excited because he hasn't gotten a lot of chances. You know, it's been a lot of Chubb, it's been a lot of Chase Brown and Najee. He's been the fourth running back on this roster until those injuries started happening. So he's like, this is my chance. Whether I'm with this team or not in the future, he's going to have more opportunities based on how he's playing today.
No, you're absolutely right. Wow, just a great drive there. And Taj Brooks is, we were talking about the pass game and all that, but they're utilizing the run game in very intelligent, I would say. Like, they're setting up really nice runs with just how much of a gunslinger Burrow has been, and forcing the defense to open up and giving lanes for Taj Brooks. Here is Drake May. They need to get something here, probably a touchdown at this point. You just got to keep up. Here's a shot to Diggs, quick shot there for game 3, and the 2-minute warning is upon us.
Yeah, and I think something that's notable here, obviously, like you said, Patriots need some score. Obviously, touchdown would be great, but if you score here, you get the ball after halftime, you can score again. It's a one-score game.
Oh, great option for Drake May. He runs right into the defensive lineman. He does not give a single care in the world. This is going to be no huddle. They're going to try to get this first down and keep the chains moving.
They need this.
Absolutely do. And here's a quick shot, and that's dropped.
Diggs again.
Yeah, no, that was right in his hands, honestly. And Barrett Carter's getting chippy with Diggs. And Diggs can get a little mouthy, a little full of himself, but that's just not great.
Yeah, I mean,
great play there.
That's 2 big drops now that Diggs has. They needed either of those to be caught. Would have been huge.
Yeah.
Yeesh. And
you think Cincinnati? I mean, you need the Patriots, or if you're the Patriots, you need to
stop.
Maybe force a turnover.
You need to stop. They have so much time. A minute and a half. All 3 timeouts. Quick throw, Chase for 6 yards. And they're not in a rush yet. They're probably going to take one more play and then maybe a timeout. We'll see. Burrow, quick throw again, just wide open, breaking a tackle. I feel like they're playing a lot of off coverage right now, and I get they're worried with that T. Higgins big pass downfield last drive. They think they got a little scared of manning up one-on-one, but sometimes you kind of need to with Chase because he could just sit down in his zone and find an open spot. Pressure. Throwing it out. Oh, my God. Taj Brooks got around a defender. He's breaking a tackle. Wow. To the 36. Just a great play. Just fighting through contacts. And you see how quickly he caught the ball. Bam. Full speed ahead. I love that of Taj Brooks. And there's another one. T. Higgins on a linebacker. That's a bad matchup. That's the rookie, too. That's a
man coverage they're losing. Zone coverage they're losing. Run defense they're losing. It's really just... Nothing's working. There we go. Christian Gonzalez in the backfield.
Since he takes their second timeout, 30 seconds left. But yeah, I mean, Bengals have just been driving down the field. You have to really... Little interference there with the gameplay, but it's all right. A little concerned for the Patriots defense right now. And another one, just doubling him. That could have been a huge play the other way if Peppers got his hands on it, but only was able to get one. But doubling T. Higgins might not be a bad idea, but that leaves Chase open. So that's a tough.
I don't like this. I think you see Duggar on Jamar Chase. It worries me a little bit.
Pressure, just dumping it out to Brooks, and that's going to be a caught. And Patriots going to take a timeout there, holding them to 3, which obviously better than a touchdown. It's the best thing they could get right now. So they're maybe hoping with 2 timeouts in about 20, maybe 15 to 20 seconds, maybe they can get in the field goal range for Borregales to try to make this a 2-score game again. That's probably their hope.
They'll take anything you can get at this point. I think the reward is more worth it than the risk at this point in the game. Yeah. Down 17. They do get the ball at half, I believe. New England
they do.
Does, but
well, they're starting at the 35, so that's noteworthy. Because I mean, two like 10 to 15 yard throws and completions, you're in field goal range. So
they have the timeout, they have the sidelines. I think this is definitely the right call here. Here's New England looking to make a play here and get in field goal range, motioning a man. He's going to take the shot there. It's a quick shot to Diggs, and you said it. 10 to 15 yards, timeout right here.
That's a great. That's exactly what you needed.
Exactly. Now you just need one pretty solid chunk, get Borregales in range, and jog off the field.
Yeah, if you can get the first down marker.
Ooh, that's pressure. Not really getting as close as I think they want to there.
It's not bad, though. I mean, now here the question is, they could run a quick out or a zig route, maybe just quick throw out of bounds. They're gonna jog out Borregales.
You think Borregales has this?
I don't know. That's gonna be probably his career long, right?
Guess we'll see. Borregales.
It's good.
He's good.
Wow. That's midfield. From midfield. That was close. I don't know if he would have made it from a yard further, but that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, no, I definitely could have seen that being a little short, but that worked well for them. Cincinnati's probably just going to need this one out. I'd assume. Interesting first half of play. I mean, that field goal definitely helps New England because they get the ball back. They can make it a 1-score game. That was much needed.
Yeah.
Big play.
I agree. And I think offensively, you saw a little bit of a spark off of those 2 plays. I feel like the team's feeling like, okay, we can get down the field quickly. We need to just do that the rest of the game. Absolutely. So I think they need to run more plays like that. But we're going to take a look at the Cardinals-Packers NFC Championship game. Jordan Love getting pressured, rolling out, and that's the game ender. Dylan Easley stripping and landing on the football to end the game and go to the Super Bowl. 34-27, Cardinals getting back after years.
Has built a culture there in Arizona, and of course, last year a bit of a disappointment getting bounced in the wild card against Tampa. But, on the road it wasn't easy, but now they're in the Super Bowl. They've definitely switched things up, turned it around. Kyler Murray's playing some great football. The running game is amazing. The defense is showing out. Dylan Easley, who you just mentioned, I say it's between him and Reed Hastings for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we'll see if they rematch. But here, looking at the halftime stats,
neither running back are the starters that they're showing.
Yeah, that's Bengals Patriots football. I suppose.
Why are we here?
I guess you just gotta go back.
I did full game.
No, hold on. Speed. No, the speed. Be careful. Oh god.
Why did it?
You're about to send the whole game there.
Yeah. I'm done. We're good. That's weird. I did end the game. That's weird. I don't know.
I think the halftime report might have bugged it. I don't know.
Probably. But anyways, this is big here. This is huge.
I'll return there for the return man there. Here comes May. Yeah, you gotta find a score here. It's a little chilly here in Cincinnati. Saw some cold breath coming off. But New England's used to playing in the cold. Nothing too crazy for them, I would say. Here's first and 10, looking like a heavy set. They are going to pass out of it. Trying to take a quick shot and buckled. That's a
Bell.
Something Bell, I think.
Yeah, that's their.
Something.
Yeah, here's the notable inactives, and that's what we really talked about too. Is there's a lot of injuries for the Bengals, but it doesn't seem to matter. Yeah,
no, it's been working pretty well for them. Here is a handoff to, I believe,
Henderson.
Trayvon Henderson. They're kind of a 1-2 punch there. Brent Burbank, Trayvon Henderson. I think it's worked pretty well for him.
Yeah, and I think they have Rondre Stevenson. Oh, that's no. I thought that was offsides, but no, that's not what you want to see.
It was offsides, but it was on New England.
Yeah, I mean,
it does look like Rondre Stevenson.
Yeah, third and 4 to 3rd and 9 is rough, but.
There's Drake May. He's moving on the
Move,
pocket,
white
takes
boy.
off, and has
Let's go, white boy. Drake
May.
Literally about to say the same thing.
And you look at that AFC East division, can't help but draw some comparisons to Josh Allen. He's not Josh Allen.
He's not. He has some things about him that you can compare for sure.
He's looking a bit Allen-y.
He is.
Here's a handoff for Burbank. 2-yard gain, and that is a drive-saving run for the North Carolina product. Under center again, multiple tight ends, fakes the handoff there, and just feeds it out to him, and he gets buckled. Absolutely swamped. They knew that was coming. Cam Sample wasn't on the play.
He's been heavily involved today, actually, more than I think either of us thought.
Definitely did. I thought Hendrickson or Shamar Stewart would be more in it, but they think they're rotating the guys around a little bit, and Sample's been off the line just with an extra step today.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Reed Hastings, I believe that is.
No, that is
no Shamar Stewart.
I was gonna say he's looking a little darker than I remember.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Wait. Wrong guy. Hold on.
He was there, but he didn't get to him yet.
Oh yeah, no. I was looking. I think Trey Hendrickson. That's yeah.
Yeah, they're both white.
Shamar Stewart makes an excellent play there, of course. That's funny, but wow, yeah, that's not. You didn't want to take that sack.
No,
at all.
No, that is not great.
Yes. You're gonna need defense now. You're gonna need the defense to carry you here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Bengals offense looking, they're like, okay, our defense made the stop. We're good. Like we can do this now. Like we're confident in our team. Let's go out and let's ball out. There's a quick one. This is Najee's first carry, breaking a tackle, first down to the 30, just
fresh
the 29.
Legs. Maybe they were saving him for the second half, just grinding the game out.
Yeah, seeing if they could, get up enough, and then they can just hand it off to him, and he that's what he does best. If he just runs it up the gut, he can run through guys. He can get that really just nitty-gritty yardage that not all the guys can do, and that's where he fails. It's when he tries to go outside. Craig Woodson with the tackle. Man, Matt Canada tossed to the outside to Najee Harris made me want to shoot myself with confetti just to keep it PG enough. But a drop for Jamar Chase, and it feels like this offense kind of getting a little bit behind schedule here. 3rd and 13.
Yeah, you're
bringing a blitz, pressure. Higgins open, but Craig Woodson, another guy we said that might not get super involved. He's been really involved today. He's been the lead tackler today for the Patriots, and that's a huge 3-and-out.
He stepped up, and you mentioned it, Craig Woodson with a nice play, and Burrow just got behind the sticks, got blitzed, and instead of taking a sack, you just throw it. I don't.
Oh
hate
my
the decision.
God!
Wow, what a hit!
Short of
But
battle, I think.
you mentioned how Najee Harris, of course, in Pittsburgh played with an elite offensive coordinator, so he's happy to have one here in Cincinnati as well. It's very, very elite offense here as well, and it's just very, very glad for him. The handoff to Brent Burbank, the powerful back, fighting a little bit. Gets about a gain of 3. Wow. Looks like maybe it was going to be a gain of 1 there, but fighting through contact pretty well today.
I do say I like that they're still trying to run it because you don't want to be one-dimensional.
Definitely not. And here's a nice screen here for Brent Burbank. They like what they have in the running back, the rookie, and they'll set up 3rd and 2. They need to go score here. They got a break from their defense.
There you go.
Drake May, just simple to read. That's to leave Hunter Henry on the catch. Yeah. And what you need to do is you don't need to rush yet. It's a 2-score game.
Yeah.
Still 3 minutes left in the 3rd. Whole 4th quarter to play, and you're fine. You have a great defense. That was a really nice stop last drive. Halftime's important for a lot of teams. It helps you readjust. And I very, very. You like what you see out of this Patriots team coming out of the half?
Not the first drive, but so far after that first drive, yes. Defense looked much better. Offense right now looking a little bit cleaner. Is that a catch? Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
I didn't know if that was a catch. But I think it's Kyle?
It might have been.
It
might have been Kyle Williams with a nice catch there on the drag.
Ooh.
Here's a fake for read option. Takes it to Burbank and takes off. Gets about 3 there before he's wrapped up.
No Kyler Murray with the read options, but pretty solid.
No, he's no Kyler Murray, but
Oh man.
Ooh.
That's just not a great play.
Tried to do a little action. Diggs is best known for his running after the catch. Pretty good with the ball in his hands. Tried to get it to them there on the sweep, but that wasn't really the right play there. And here is 3rd and 9. Definitely Borregales range, but you want to
there you go.
Drive, and that is a beautiful throw to Hunter Henry for the first down.
He looked like he was running faster than he's ever ran in his life. I don't think he was running that fast ever. Got to clock that time. That was fast as hell. He looked so fast. Holy. A strike!
There's a shot at a
finally.
Stephon Diggs.
They've been struggling to get him the ball all game. He's just a couple drops, and that run into Hendrickson looked like it was just going to be less of Diggs, but that's a beautiful ball. Incredible catch.
They were looking for an opportunity there. Diggs played the boundary. Came in there on the post, got leverage, and that was a great ball by May, just dropping it in the bucket, and that's exactly what they needed. One-on-one man coverage leads to a touchdown, and New England trailing this game by 1 score now, 13-20.
Yeah, under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, and you got a lot of time, and it's a 1-score game. Bengals now feeling a little bit of the pressure here. Obviously, this organization hasn't been to too many of these Super Bowls, and this Patriots organization has been to a lot. So it's some teams sometimes fall back into their own ways of maybe some choking, or maybe they'll fall under pressure. We've seen that before. Some organizations just tend to do that, and there's a flag, and that's going to be a false start.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the tides might be turning just a little bit. Cincy, you're still up a score. You're fine. You gotta find something here, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't want to go another 3 and out.
No, you do not. Burrow looking just launching this one deep down the field. That's caught. That's Marquise Hollywood Brown. Oh my goodness, that's an incredible catch. Burrow literally just laid it. He put just as much arm power without actually using his mechanics at all. It just launched it up into the shortest guy on the field. I guess the 2 shortest guys on the field had to go one-on-one there, and luckily Marquise Brown was able to come down with it. But that's an incredible play.
Yeah. That was an insane read. You have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Throw it up to Hollywood Brown, and that's the moneymaker.
And they're in field goal range here. That's a beautiful way to start off. Higgins just on the run. He's getting a lot of those opportunities on the run here. Another first down, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Bengals up 20-13, and their offense looking more like what it has most of the game. And yeah, I mean, Patriots defense really needs to hold up here if they want to really make this comeback happen.
Definitely.
But heavy set
played
here.
Okay, but yeah, no, the Bengals have had the upper hand.
Breaking tackles, but not able to get much. Only back to the line of scrimmage. That's the rookie there on the tackle. And we were talking about his physicality and his run defense possibly being a problem, but he showed up there with a nice tackle. They're going past once again. Burrow with some time, finding a man open. T. Higgins, wide open touchdown. They even doubled him, it looked like. Didn't matter. And there's a reason they paid him so much money, even with paying Jamar Chase already. It's because he is really good. So, I mean, yeah, they literally doubled him. Peppers and Davis could not get him. Yeesh. That's a momentum killer for the Patriots there, going back down 14. Still have time. You know, you're not out of it, but you know, that makes you a little discouraged that your defense gave up that touchdown that quickly. Yeah, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Yeesh. So,
you know, I thought it might be a little sketchy with the penalty that started their drive, and then they just got right back on schedule. That dot to Marquise Brown, and they just moved down the field effortlessly.
Oh my goodness, what a hit. Yeah, I mean, you know, Drake May, he's got to prove himself here. That's what the young guys do in these situations. They show, are they the clutch guy that the team wants them to be.
Up shot there to Diggs. They do probably have to start moving a little bit of haste. You don't have to no huddle yet technically, but you want to start looking down the field a little bit more than you usually would.
Yeah.
Want to try to get this touchdown
oh, there
as
you
soon as
go.
possible. That is a beauty
there you
for
go.
Stephon Diggs, who is gone.
Diggs, sideline, touchdown. Patriots cut the lead down.
Unbelievable.
literally literally could have been the exact commentary that they had for the Minnesota Miracle. I mean, what an incredible play. One-on-one with Logan Wilson is a terrible matchup, but that happens with slot receivers sometimes. And, I mean, Diggs isn't going to outrun a lot of people, but he was able to outrun Logan Wilson and Jordan Battle. Wow.
Yeah, no, Battle had, like, the height on him, too. But, I mean, Diggs is winning that foot race.
Oof.
And that is beautiful for the New England Patriots. We have a game.
They needed that. They needed that. Right now, the momentum completely shifts back. Patriots are fucking fired up. 8.5 minutes left. You're only down by a score again. Defense fired up. They're like, all right, our offense just did their thing in 2 plays. Let's go out there. Let's get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, because if Joe Burrow just takes one more nice drive and kills the clock, though, it might not you have the opportunity here. And this offense has been red hot. But if the Patriots defense, we know how good they are. We know that they have the capability. They've been burnt today, but only takes one play.
Yeah, that's true. And here's going to be a quick one. Jamar Chase on a receiver end around of his own, only a yard. But, yeah, I mean, we saw T. Higgins' stat line pop up there. He's had an incredible game. Burrow going wide open here in the backfield, empty, looking for something. Pressure, just has to get it out. I mean, they cover that perfectly, just manned up on everyone. They saw exactly what was happening. They ran a lot of those earlier in the game, those short receiver screens, but they were ready for it. Here's some pressure. Jamar Chase on the run again. And again, I mean, you just send him on a crosser or a drag or a slant versus anyone. Doesn't matter. It's going to be hard to defend him because his release off the line is just so smooth and seamless. I think there's some instances there. We've seen a couple guys coming in blitzes. Sometimes you need to just drop back and let a guy double. Jamar Chase, here's a quick one. Higgins again. We see Patriots defense ranks 10th in sacks. They've had none today. They've gotten some pressure, but Burrow's been able to get it out cleanly and hasn't made any mistakes. So the O-line, which has been a question mark a lot of this career for Burrow, has actually held up pretty nicely today. And another one, quick pressure, and again, try to get receiver screen, but Patriots defense saw that. So 3rd and 3.
Gets it out pretty quick.
Yeah, and this is a big play here because they're not in field goal range yet. Stop would be huge. Again, pressure, but it's going to be incomplete. Christian Gonzalez knocks it out. Again, Chase has been beating him all game long, but Gonzo makes the play and forces a punt to give the Patriots a chance to tie it up with a ton of time left. And this,
he wins the rep.
Going into the end zone. They'll start at the 20. But wow, this game is exciting. This has been a good game. Stephon Diggs started this game really poor and has turned everything around.
Yeah, no, he is playing with all the world and behind him, well, all of New England behind him, not the world. Here is Drake May shooting it to their man, Stephon Diggs. Only a gain of 1 there. That was meant to be a quick route. Get out of there, get some yards out to the catch, but Byard was quickly there, out of tension. This is the drive. Can New England fight right back into this football game? Handoff to Burbank in I form, and that was a very powerful run up to 3rd and 2, and you got to convert here. Got to find a way. Either pounding the rock or spreading things out, maybe looking for a receiver. Just get the yardage necessary. Here's play action on the run.
Oh, no.
Intercepted.
Geno Stone, I believe. He takes it back to the 19, and that's killer. Just overthrew it.
It's on the run. It's not easy to.
No.
That's a tough
and
one.
I didn't even hate the call. I did not hate the call. It was just high. Tried to go to Rondale Moore, which obviously he's a smaller target. So I think play action there, a little boot is not a bad idea. It's just a little high. Maybe not the right receiver in that spot. But
probably not.
Now the defense really needs to buckle down and get a stop. It's Burrow.
Absolutely.
Gonna hand it off. Najee Harris fighting for a 2-yard gain. And at this point, you'd imagine they're gonna just try to run the clock down a little bit. Maybe take 3, although they're going empty. So they might disagree with my philosophy, but they have their own philosophy. Looking full pressure, and there's the first sack of the game. Milton Williams. They paid him for a big reason here, and it is that his pass rush is really good.
Interior of the line. We were talking, mentioned Milton Williams among the others, and that the center not being the greatest football player on that offensive line.
More
that was
pressure.
a nice grab. Here's Burrow.
It's Marquise Brown.
Money time, and that
Oof.
is a completion. A good catch and run, but
that's a good stop.
Yeah. 4th and 4. That was a nice tackle.
They're
going to take 3.
Yeah, I mean, under 3.5 to go. Patriots, obviously, this is coming down to, this is their last time they can give up points, really. Because what they need to do is they need to score before the 2-minute warning, ideally. Have enough time, to give it back to them, get a quick 3-and-out, use their timeouts, get the ball back, go down the field, either tie it or win the game with a touchdown or something like that. But we'll see if they can start that here.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep your timeouts for this drive. And we'll see if Drake May can, I don't know, just take some blood from the quarterbacks of old of the Patriots dynasties, or the dynasty, the singular one.
Just 20 years.
Yeah.
Or Mac Jones.
Yeah,
even.
long. Mac Jones, true. Very, very dynasty quarterback there. Nice shot there in 12. And there are no huddling as we would expect.
Yeah, and probably not going to see any runs at this point. I mean, it would be a certainly weird choice. As I say that, he runs it with Stevenson, known to fumble, but holds on.
Yeah. Interesting choice. Maybe just trying to catch him off guard.
They did. They caught me off guard.
Again.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, nope.
Maybe it was a good idea.
Okay. Oh.
Hastings.
Look at the yards.
That was Hendrickson, actually. Yeah, I mean, hey, I get it. It's working, but at the same time, you do kind of have to give in to just throwing it.
Absolutely. Nope, they're going again. Sweep.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this play calling.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. Rondre Stevenson's panting. He's not built for this.
No.
There is a pass. That's what you need. There you go. Get out of bounds.
Oh, man.
Diggs, you are messing this all up right now.
I think he was playing a little bit more. He was thinking too much about getting the yardage, less about getting out of bounds. Another run. I mean, I guess they might be. They still can obviously score without using timeouts here. Ideally, you wanted to score before the 2-minute warning, but they might be looking at maybe an onside kick. I just don't like the odds of that. That's just not.
Yeah,
it's not good.
I have to assume they're going to only throw it now, and you have to save your timeouts, right?
Oh, they're
not.
Handoff. And it's 2 yards. You have to start throwing it. You cannot afford to use any timeouts here. You really want to score before a minute and a half left on the clock at this point.
Definitely, that's true. Drake May taking a check down. You got to get on the ball.
Again, you can deal with that enough, but like you need to get into the end zone. You can't take another one. You can't take another timeout. The Bengals defense is just leaving everything below.
Exactly as they should.
Yeah.
This is a game-losing game management here. You need to do something. Stop throwing checkdowns. No, he will not. 4-yard catch for Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, just a quick game. I mean, like, they might score, but they're going to score with under a minute left, and that's just not the best game management. Uh-oh, May!
Oh, Drake
running
May.
it!
There you go.
Okay. Looking a little...
That was a good run.
Little franchise quarterbacky there, but yeah, I don't... They shouldn't... If they were going to do that, if they were going to the quick game, keep that going, they just can't take a timeout after that one play. They had to keep getting back. Yeah, get out of bounds. They didn't go out of bounds a single time on that drive. Not once.
Yeah, they really... They were scared of it or something. They were like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Bounty Gate was... Or not Bounty... Spygate was on the sideline or something over there. They were like, nope.
So now... I mean, you kind of need to go onside kick, and then maybe if they recover it, you have a chance to still get it back with like 10, 20 seconds, but it's not likely. I mean, no one's going to get it, but Higgins, he's one of the most successful catchers of the football. So, yeah, I mean, I just think that was poor game management.
I agree wholeheartedly. You have a slight chance. You have 2 timeouts, right?
Yeah.
And they can take 40 seconds off the clock. You have like 20 seconds, no timeouts.
To get field goal range. It's not impossible. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen with this franchise, but it's still, you're putting a lot of trust in your defense getting 3 stops and your offense scoring in 20 seconds. So
absolutely,
it's tough. And Najee's going to get the handoff up the middle, and that's a really great start, and that's why he's here. Just breaking off a 6-yard run. They take their second time out. I mean, you know, you got to hold these 4 yards. If they let up a first down, that's game. And they're going home.
This is your championship on the line. 4 yards. Split back situation.
Brooks.
And
Stopped.
that's short.
Only a yard. The last time out.
What do you do here?
If you're the Bengals?
Would you run it? If you're the Bengals, do you run it here? Or
I think so.
Okay.
I would. I think I trust my defense with 20 seconds.
Cincinnati seems to disagree here.
I mean, to be fair, they have been very successful with passing it. So I don't blame them, and could be a mistake.
That is not good.
And that's why
is a huge mistake. And
that's why I wouldn't. They're trying to field goal, which I think's a fair call, but also is risky.
Let's see this. Let's see this. Field goal is up, and
no good. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, we might see it.
Cardi.
We might see it. Cincinnati. Jeez. Oh, Patriots are just the smartest people on earth.
I don't know. Cincinnati. I feel like that mascot. I'd be like that mascot right now if I was Cincinnati. What?
That is.
Okay. Some bad coaching on the Patriots side of scoring that touchdown. That drive took too long. But Cincinnati, I get throwing the football. That is your strength. But why throw it to Najee, one? Also, run the clock out. Would you rather try? Oh, never mind.
Oh.
I should stop talking. Geno Stone with his second pick ends the game. What a chaotic last minute of football.
That was the most chaotic nothing burger of the ending. It was like, this is a game, it's not a game, and then it's a game, and then it's not a game. That is.
I mean, it
is
looks.
That Geno Stone again?
Yeah, Stevenson and Henry got caught on each other in a route, and again, why are you throwing it to either of those guys with under a minute to go and no timeouts?
Stephon Diggs is your guy there, I think. That is
him or Kyle Williams
Well,
or
let's see if the
Rondale.
Bengals somehow fumble
I mean, they
the knee or
can't.
something.
It's over.
No.
I mean, other than those last 3 drives, very good game all around. It was very well coached on both sides, I think, to a certain degree. It's just, I don't know. I mean, Patriots, I'll go back to it. I mean, they shouldn't have taken that long to score. And obviously the interception immediately is just not good. You can't. You need to give one of your receivers a chance. I don't think throwing it to a tight end there, being Hunter Henry, is a good idea. But I will say the Bengals almost choked. They almost screwed up.
Yeah, no, it really took Geno Stone with a legacy performance there to save their ass. And they're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and they'll be playing against the Arizona Cardinals, 2 teams that have never won a Super Bowl. So we will have a new Super Bowl winner this season. I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm biased. How do you think that matchup bodes for both teams?
Ooh, let's think about this. Well, you do. I want to think on that one for a second. Do you want to go ahead and recap this game?
Yeah. Obviously, Burrow was, as we talked about earlier, cool, calm, collected, sharp. Didn't make any mistakes, really. He took a sack or 2, but nothing really too negative. You know, he got the ball out quickly. If he threw an incompletion, it was never in harm, really, of being an interception. So he just played really good football, and that's why he's one of the best in the league. Drake May, other than the 2 interceptions, was really solid, but those 2 interceptions did prove to be killer. Run game for both teams was solid, honestly, and kind of surprisingly so. Burbank and Brooks both had some solid runs, but obviously wasn't the main focal point of either offense. Diggs had a really good performance after those 2 or 3 drops early. Higgins looked really good. Chase had a great game. Kyle Williams had a pretty solid game. Whiteside had that 3-catch drive in the beginning, that first drive, and then never got any more catches. So that is interesting. Marquise Brown had that huge 40-yard bomb. That was a game changer. O-lines, for the most part, played relatively well. Defensive lines did get some pressure, but in general, it was a pretty good game. But the interceptions for Geno Stone, obviously, that's really what completely flips the game on the head. It's the turnover battle. And Patriots defense just didn't have enough there to stop this elite offense. So
good matchup, good game. That was, I mean, Patriots are also got to be happy about their season. 8-9, nearly won a championship game and go back to the Super Bowl. I don't love it, but Cincinnati has to be very happy getting to the Super Bowl, the big game.
Yeah, we do see Mike Vrabel gets extended here, which, I mean, fair. I mean, this team, 5-year deal. I mean, 8-9. Yeah, you said it. It's they didn't even look like they were gonna make the playoffs 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. But they made it. They snuck in at the 8th seed, which they're showing here. This the Broncos is the 7th seed. I don't know. Maybe there's a little controversy there in Denver where they lost their.
Yeah, they were probably saying
seed.
We want Buffalo, like they were saying that one time. But they were like, you do not want Buffalo.
No,
and I guess New England handled it.
Yeah, I mean, I think great season. Obviously, the Patriots, they have a lot that they still need to improve on. I think we've kind of mentioned it. Like, there's some spots where they could really improve to be a much powerful team. But this is a really good start, and I think they could compete with Buffalo for the division next year. But Cincinnati being 6 wins under their division rival Ravens in the division and making it to the Super Bowl, I mean, that's they must be just smiling from ear to ear thinking about that.
Yeah, no, that was unexpected to say the least. Another one of those teams that barely made the playoffs. It was not a comfortable squeak in, and they probably would have just been happy with a playoff win.
Yeah.
Be going to a Super Bowl is extraordinary, but also maybe not so surprising. Joe Burrow definitely, he's been there before. He's shown that he can get there, and we'll see if they can go all the way this time.
Yeah. So I guess we can
assimilate to the Pro Bowl week. I guess
sure.
Like with the Pro Bowlers.
Hold on.
I can advance it.
Okay, yeah, you do that because I'm not on my commissioner account. Keep this 100 with the viewers. But yeah, I mean, very exciting. Oh, here's the playoff bracket. Yeah, it shows the 8 seed for the Patriots. I mean, some very entertaining games for the championship games. So very close, 1-score games came down to the last plays. But yeah,
I mean, a lot of these good playoff games. I mean, Packers, Lions, Bengals, Titans weren't really close. Every other game was a 1-score game.
Yeah. And I think it's very interesting how both the winners of the championship games face two extremely successful franchises who have been to the Super Bowl many times, but the two winners never won a Super Bowl. They've both been to a Super Bowl, but they've never won it, and we will see if the Cardinals or Bengals will be the team to get their first ring. But let's check out the Pro Bowl roster. For the NFC quarterbacks, I don't know, which one do you want to talk? Do you want to go like position by position switch, or do you want to do each one NFC?
You do
one NFC?
We could do maybe the notable players.
Sure.
Like
I will say, like, quarterback wise, I mean, mostly seems accurate. Like Jackson, Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Love, but Bryce Young. Yeah, I mean, he kind of lit it up with the Panthers this year. Obviously, they didn't go as far as they'd like to in the playoffs, but they were second in the NFC, so he deserves it. You get your guy here in the NFC here.
Scadaboo, beast.
His second Pro Bowl?
Yes, I think he made the Pro Bowl last year. No, maybe not. I don't know if he did.
I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think this might be his first team Pro Bowler appearance here, because he took running back 1 duties. I mean, and because Aaron Tracy basically left, and we were done with. He became Ronald J. Stevenson. We decided we were no longer interested in his talents, and Scadaboo busted off a 1,700-yard season, led the league in rushing yards, and I think he did last year as well. But he was a beast. Yeah,
very impressive. Some familiar names here. No, Trey Benson's a little interesting, but again, he's still in that split, so I'm not fully shocked.
I would expect him to be up at least either here or at least in like.
Oh well, he's in the Super Bowl, so that makes sense. Yeah, we're not going to see any Cardinals.
Well,
he probably would have been here if it wasn't, though.
I have to assume so.
But yeah, so I mean that's fair. I mean, obviously Ricard and Beck are two of the best fullbacks in the league, so not super shocking. Receivers. Tyler Boyd is interesting.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's Titans Tyler Boyd, right?
Yeah, but I will say, like, I've played a lot of these receivers, and they all cooked me. I believe Devontae Smith absolutely destroyed me. I know Ayuk has in the past. I know Jaden Reed did the first time I played the Packers. I forget about Roma Dunze, but yeah, I mean, nothing super, like, none of the elite receivers are here. Like those Jamar Chase, obviously.
A lot of these guys are like
Jettas
wide receiver twos. Yeah. But
that's interesting. Another big one here, rookie tight end for you.
Rookie tight end, first team All Pro. You know that Randy P knows his tight ends. He had a tight end in the Pro Bowl last year, Theo Johnson.
Yeah.
And Mike Widener is the prototype. He was very nice for us this season. And Mike Widener, we're very glad to have him. He's balled out. And that's really all there is to say.
Yeah, and I think another noteworthy spot here is another rookie tight end there, Brian Torres, who was I believe, Saints tight end, if I'm not mistaken. No, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. AFC. Where the hell did he go? I wish it said the team next to I don't remember. But he was not a first rounder. No. He wasn't a first rounder, but he was a guy that we looked at for sure. He was a second or third round. I can't remember, but that's an interesting one. he's definitely a name, a rookie we're going to look out for as a future guy. Noah Gray's here, by the way. So we were questioning last season if tight end was a pick, and for the Chiefs, they didn't take one. They trusted Noah Gray, and clearly we were wrong to question them.
Yeah, there you go. They got their new Kelsey.
Yeah. Again, none of like the elite cream of the crop tight ends are in the Pro Bowl here, which is interesting. No Kittle. I think Kelsey's retired, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we already literally just talked about that. No Kittle, no Mark Andrews. O-line, obviously, your guy, Andrew Thomas, he's obviously like a lock for Pro Bowl most years.
Yeah, he's at least one of the best offensive linemen at the blindside protector side. You'll love to see him there. Yeah, no, very happy with that. You also your guy is also there. Will Campbell, is he left? Or not Will Campbell. Oh god.
Paris Johnson.
Paris Johnson.
Yeah, he's
completely wrong for Will Campbell.
Yeah,
same class,
different race as well. Very good.
Race,
yeah, but yeah, no, he's been great too. They know, I mean, these tackles, left tackles, obviously, these are like some of the best in the league, so this makes sense. Left guard's a little interesting. Obviously, Tooney makes sense. Damian Lewis, sure, but Andrew Voorhees and Peter Skoronski at the 2 Pro Bowl left guard spots is interesting. Center Linderbaum and Creed Humphrey makes sense. Same thing with Eric McCoy. Graham Barton for the Bucs is interesting. Up and comer. Right guard makes sense as well. Some of the highest paid guards here with Robert Hunt, Lindstrom, Smith, and Miners. At right tackle, Penei Sewell, obviously, who's maybe the best lineman in the league. Taylor Moton, Zach Tom. Rosengarten's a little bit interesting, but sure. But that rounds up the offense. Defensively, again, I mean, you got Micah, but a lot of guys that aren't the like top of the top edge rushers here on the left side, at least. No TJ. No Max Crosby.
Greg Rousseau, love to see that. Go Bills. Yeah.
You got Jonathan Grenard, Oladejo for the Titans, who for some reason just pops off in franchise. I don't know why, but he's so good.
They know something we don't.
They do. On the right edge side, Yaya Diaby was like pain in my ass every time I've played the Bucs. He's killed me. Prince Uman Milelan, I think, or whatever, how you pronounce his name. I don't remember who he plays for.
I remember seeing him at some point. He's good though.
Yeah. The other side makes sense though.
Myles Garrett, yeah, of course. 2 very comparable edge rushers in real life and in the game.
Yeah. He's at Princely Umani Yellen is a Panther, so that makes sense. Panther. Obviously they did really well this year, so got to have some representation. D tackle. This one makes a ton of sense. Some like literally the cream of the crop here. No big sexy Dexy though.
No sexy Dexy. No, our D line was not that great, honestly, this year.
Production wise, wasn't quite the same.
Yeah, not in terms of stats. They were good pressure guys, but not in terms of stats.
Yeah, but I mean, the rest of these guys all make sense. They're all really, really good. Walter Nolan would have, I don't know. He may not, stat wise, he wasn't as good as last year, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Leo Chenal obviously jumps from the Chiefs to the Niners, had an incredible season. Isaiah McDuffie, the only other Sam linebacker in the league, essentially.
We got rookie Kyrie Harbor.
Oh yeah, Kyrie Harbor. That's another interesting one. Henry To'o, middle linebacker, another rookie, Hunter Stringer, and then you have your old Mike linebacker, Bobby not O'Reilly. I used to call him O'Reilly or something. Yeah, Okereke.
Yeah, Okereke, Okekre, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
He's he's not on the team anymore, but he was pretty good up until the bye week, first half of play, but we got younger at the position simply, but he's still very good.
Yeah. Kaiser White's an interesting name, but the other guys are pretty young, solid options, so fair enough.
Campbell, Eagles,
yeah,
Dog.
Yeah, Ivan Pace is a Seahawk. I had to deal with him a little bit. At corner, some interesting names. Jair Alexander is a corner 2 for the Ravens. You got Cooper DeJean, Diamador Lenore, Travarius Ward, Sauce, Malachi Blackman, Keyshawn Nixon, who's the Packers.
Keyshawn Nixon worked my shit. I remember that. He was strapping up neighbors. I don't know why, but
he was decent against me. And then Kenny Moore, one of the best slots in the league. Jonas Sanker for the Saints is actually, he might be somewhere else now, but Ardarius Washington, we talked about him. He went unsigned, I think, didn't he? And then someone signed him for a while. He went unsigned for a while in free agency, and then someone picked him up finally, I believe.
Yeah, maybe.
Strong safety. You got Duggar, who we just saw. Patelis, Blackman, Connor. Again, not a lot of those like top tier safeties either.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting Pro Bowl. Kind of a little quiet around some ends. But...
Yeah, Will Reichard, Kaimi Fairbairn, Wright, Polk. The long snapper, very different. 79 versus 57.
How do they like?
I don't know.
How do they measure that?
I don't know.
Guess? Like kicker,
best team.
I guess their kicker's good.
I had no idea.
Best team
Probably is based on kicker stats. Kareem Stockton is a rookie running back. Who is he for? I just played him recently. I think he was a Buck. I think he's the backup for the Bucks. Roman Wilson there in the AFC. Not a lot of Giants this year. Just a couple of guys that made sense, like Scat Widener and Andrew Thomas. But
it was a rough year. 10-7. I mean, we were lucky to make the playoffs. It was a pretty bad year for us, record wise, and but I'm sure there would have been a lot of Cardinals, honestly, if they were.
Oh, if we would have lost, probably, yeah. Which we can talk about. When we get to the stats, if you want to sim to Super Bowl week.
Sure. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
Because there was no stories in the for the draft at all in the top stories. So
I do have player recognition.
Oh yeah, go
good talk. I'll just gonna see this.
Well, I guess I don't know. Tell me who is it? Let's see who it is. I'm interested.
Let's see the top prize in the NFL is the Lombardi Trophy. Let's see. One of our players, so it's Randy Peak. Just saw your message as I was walking by. How's it going? Seeing everyone celebrating this week, I was looking back at all the great performances this year. Who was being great? Oh, Cam Scadaboo. He did have an incredible year. I'd like to do something special for him. Maybe a new set of grills, new gaming setup, or something like that.
There you go.
He does deserve the recognition, though. He's been an absolute baller. I want to be flashing something he can flex, show off to the guys. Cam will appreciate whatever you come up with. He's accomplished a lot this year. Yes, he has. He's really the reason we were a playoff team. Whatever you need me to do to pitch in, I'm good for. Great idea, coach. There you go. Out to Cam Scadaboo there as we advance to the Super Bowl, the big game. Cardinals.
We see some awards on the side there, but
take a look.
MVP. Jalen Hurts. I mean, wow.
Jesus, yeah.
We talked about him last year when we were doing the offseason and Super Bowl stream. Hurts and Devontae Smith just seemed to light it up in the back half of the season. They did that again this season, and Hurts, he looked incredible. He was one of the teams that destroyed me, and he looked incredible.
He did. No, he did. He's very deserving of it. Like, their offense passing game is amazing. Really, their issue has been they are not running the ball. They just will stray away from Barkley for stretches of the back half of the season.
AJ Brown deep ball,
deep ball to AJ or Devontae Smith, especially. You said it, absolute demon. Also, some notable guys. Jordan Love being up here is very interesting.
Yeah, he had a great season.
Burrow, he did, and yes, I mean he really.
Tua.
Tua's here. That's interesting. Yeah, no. Wow.
No,
Bryce Young getting a nice little nod too. Love that.
Yeah, no Cardinals, which I'm not shocked by. None of them necessarily. Like, Kyler didn't light up the scoreboard or anything.
I feel like they're a very a selfless team, and there we go.
Big Tommy Salami.
How does it feel? You're coach of the year.
It's an honor. It's an honor. Obviously, not what my goal is. My goal is to win a Super Bowl, which is what I'm hoping we do here in the next couple hours here. But I'm honored because it's just an honor to coach for this team, for the Cardinals, and to get this group of guys here and just be successful with them. It's been great.
Yeah, no, Tommy Salami, Mark Anderson was kind of on his heels there for quite a bit.
Fair enough. He did
light
really
him a
well.
little bit. yeah, I mean, took this Panthers team, turned them right around. But Tommy deserves it. I mean, 1 seed, dominated projected a very tough NFC West, and as all Tommy Salami right there. Congrats to him. Peak being at 4, I definitely respect that. He was 2 last year. I think he did deserve a bit of a bump down, but still at least a nod because of season. But we rallied.
Yeah.
John Grant for the Titans definitely deserved. Turned around that Titans organization. A couple other guys, of course.
Matt LaFleur. Ben Johnson's a Raider. Huh.
Wow.
I guess he got fired from the Bears early because what, they got the 2nd pick, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they did really badly, and
pick,
I guess
yeah,
Raiders started capitalizing.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's no wonder Spellman is. Yeah, that's a really good matchup for them.
Worked really. Yeah.
So Vrabel, McDermott, the Browns. Okay.
Brian Callahan.
7-10 Browns is something. Matt
something about Von Herron.
Matt LaFleur, who was apparently constantly letting down everyone in the fan base, even though they're 12-5 and made the NFC Championship game.
Everyone's let down.
Literally showed up every time in the news. I'm like, dude, they are 12-5.
That's so good.
I don't know. Let's look at the NFC. Obviously, Devontae Smith on the receiving end of Jalen Hurts. He's just lighting up the scoreboard. You know, he's been incredible. Him and Hurts. Scat there at 4. I'm sure you're happy to see that.
Scataboo, yep. Absolute dog. No, he deserves that.
Trey Benson at 6. I'm happy with that. I don't know why Pacheco's here, but sure. Dalvin Simmons, the rookie. That might bode well for him as an offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, no, he was crazy for the Panthers too. They just had a great draft. I mean, Dante Frost, of course, then Dalvin Simmons. Like that's why they made the playoffs. That's why they're a competitive team.
Yeah, defense player of the year. Obviously, Micah still on the Cowboys. Had a great season. Mac Wilson.
Greenard at 2 is very interesting.
That is very interesting. Mac Wilson at 4. I love seeing that. Obviously, our leader on defense. A lot of Vikings here. A lot of the linebackers, front 7 guys. Baron Browning, former Cardinal that we traded to the Bucks. He did turn things around, I think, over there. And Dylan Easley being here is very intriguing.
He did very well, and I think we might. I don't know. We might see his name in a little bit.
I would be surprised. But
good.
Yeah, he has been good. Offensive rookie of the year, yeah, Dalvin Simmons, as we suspected, but obviously a lot of guys deserving here. Corey Burrell, pretty good. Mike Widener had a great season for you in New York. So
definitely did. Now I'm very happy Widener's there, but Dalvin Simmons was elite, and Burrell also, quarterback obviously is more valued, but
yeah,
Burrell also just played really well.
He did.
So that makes sense. But Widener deserves 3. I like that for him.
Yeah, and
Stockton. Talk about him being a buck.
Yeah,
he's there.
Herrera, who's really good, a really great tight end class, underrated running back class. Clayton Bingham, Akeem Barrington.
I think I might have projected Bingham as a top guy. I might have been right. I don't know.
Might have been right. I was right with the team projection, but you were right about him being worth the 1st round pick.
Yeah.
Jose Hayward, I feel like he was a deeper draft pick, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was a 2nd round pick. He was one of those receivers, I want to say. And then Arian Brown, backup running back for the Falcons. And I am shocked by this, to be honest. There you go. I knew he was good. He was very good, but I feel like I was like, there's no way that there's not going to be someone who does better than him. But
the only question is, in the overall,
it's got to be Hastings. It's got to be. Hastings had record numbers, right?
He had 15 sacks, but he easily had like 20 plus TFLs. I don't know. That's not easy.
I don't know. Hunter Stringer is here, end of the 1st round pick. Nick Thompson, linebacker.
Yep.
Donnell Kitchens, he was a 1st rounder for the Saints, so I'm sure they're happy to see him there. There's your guy Cam Bolden. What was he? Was he 3rd or 4th rounder? I forget.
He was a 3rd round projection. We traded up and grabbed him. We liked what we saw, and it paid off. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a nice pickup. Tyson Jones, obviously the 1st round pick, who almost ended your playoffs early.
Oh my God! I remember. Yeah. That would have been awful.
I loved how I tuned into the game after leaving for a little bit. Right at that play, and I saw Tyson Jones pick up the fumble, and I was like, "No way, no way!"
That would have been ridiculous. Yeah, no.
That would have been
Tyson Jones,
crazy.
Dog.
I don't know who Jamal Pittman is. That's a name I don't recognize from last year.
Yeah, maybe the depth guy who just got some playtime.
Yeah, Dante Frost, high pick, obviously. Justin Potter, safety, first-round pick for the Cowboys, and then Devin Barber, first-round pick for the Lions. So some guys that we know, mostly guys we know, only one guy we don't. Hurts again. I mean, they're running the table here, the Eagles. You got to be a little concerned with them being a
somehow still won the division, but no, it's concerning. It's a tough challenge every year, so we'll definitely see.
Some interesting. I mean, Kyler makes it at 9. No Jackson Dart though.
Definitely. I mean, he threw 18 interceptions, so 34 touchdowns. Yeah. He's thrown too many picks, but no, Murray deserves it. I think he's not been the best passer, but his running ability is enough to just give him at least top 10 in the NFC. That's definitely fair.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I wouldn't necessarily say he had a better season than any of these guys, so I think that's reasonable. But there you go, Scat, running back 1, which I don't think that was in question with his season.
Yeah, no, he just got fed. He got absolutely fed.
Yeah, look how happy he is.
He's so happy. You gotta give him some grills.
Looks like Sid Sloth.
Dude, I'd just give him, hopefully give him some grills for being so good this year.
Yeah.
Benson at 2, that makes sense. He's explosive.
He broke out even further this year. Like, I was like, he looked really good last year, even with Connor splitting with him. But I was like, this year, it just felt like there were certain runs where it's just like, man, no one can make this play other than him and a select few other guys like Gibbs and stuff. It's just like he brings explosivity that you don't get elsewhere.
You got to think about next time the Giants and Cardinals play, assuming Benson will be running back 1 here soon. It's going to be 20+ carries, hard-nosed football. I'm going to have to assume.
Possibly. Pacheco being here is crazy to me. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. Saquon, some of these guys, obviously some of the best in football. James Conner also cracking the top 10 is awesome. He's still getting heavily involved. There's a reason I don't just go fully into the feeding Trey Benson train, because James Conner's still very good.
How much longer do you think he has? He might have regressed already at this point, right? We'd have to check.
Well, that will
actually,
be,
no, I think after the Super Bowl.
That will be a bridge we'll cross when we get there, but I think he's still got it.
Fair enough.
Chuba Hubbard there. Obviously, Devontae Smith again. Don't really have to talk much about him. There's Dalvin Simmons. He's going to be a beast for a long time. Tutu Atwell has a name.
Snuck him in there, damn.
Yeah. Devin Duvernay. That's the guy who cooked me a couple times. I still won those games, but a lot of names that make sense, obviously. Nothing too crazy. No Cardinals. No Malik Neighbors is interesting to me.
Neighbors, yeah, that's fine, though. I mean, Duvernay being 10 and he's like 1,200 yards. I think it was just a great receiver year for a lot of guys.
Yeah, that's fair. O-line, wow, okay.
There we go.
A lot of Cardinals. Paris
Johnson. That's what I did. I mentioned this. I mean, dominant tackle. I think he deserves that for sure.
I mean, there's a reason I love running it to the left side, and it's because of that man right there. But Andrew Thomas, obviously, he's right up there with him. Makes sense. Get this guy off this list. He does not deserve it. This guy's been carried.
A little bit skewed. Yeah, this is a
sack numbers. Rob Havenstein, who doesn't start. Will Hernandez, who also is not that great.
Over Penei Sewell is insane. Oh my god.
Isaiah Adams has played maybe 3 downs. There's Jose Morales, your rookie.
Jose Morales, he's not even he was injured for half the season.
Well, he's good enough to get the job done. There's Marcus Imbal as well.
He did not even start.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his legacy score.
It's 6. Oh, God, killing myself now. Madden needs to fix this, because they need to add more stats of some kind to give more measure of how good they are.
Rate or something.
Yeah, because it's just like sacks aren't good, because it's just like we were playing with the stats of our linemen, like trying to figure out like slider wise how can we get more pressure on us, and we've gotten to a good place with it, but like still most of the season not a lot of sacks happen. And Will Carr didn't make this list, and I think he had a better season than the rest of these Cardinals linemen combined. I don't know. Very interesting. Micah Parsons, not surprising. A lot of names that make sense here. Dylan Easley again. I'm shocked that he's so high up, but I'm loving it. Obviously, sucks to not see any of your big three.
No, it's getting down here, but that's fine. No, we'll try to come back next year. Mac Wilson Sr., dog at linebacker. He was great last year too.
Yeah, he was.
He was a Pro Bowler, and I assume he would have been again if he actually was eligible.
Most likely. Hunter Stringer, he's gonna have a good career, man. For Bucks, filling in nicely for Lamonte David, who retired last year. None of your guys is interesting. No,
my guys, yeah,
Micah McFadden.
Honorable mention, McFadden. He did play well. Okereke might have been there if he played all season, because again, I swapped some guys around, but that's fair.
DB Buda Baker was in there. I'm honestly, I mean, I don't know. Buda Baker was good. Jamel Dean, I think part of that's his early play and with the Bucks coming into factor, because he kind of looks a little bit rough the last couple weeks. Jonas Sanker, crazy. Drew Phillips, there you go.
Drew Phillips, yeah, no, he was actually insane as a nickel corner. Made some really nice plays. I love to see Drew Phillips representation.
There you go. And Shatobi Awuzie. Yeah, no Will Johnson kind of, and that's another thing with these DB lists. It's like they don't take into account like the guys that don't let up a lot of catches and like don't get targeted.
Right.
Because Will Johnson was that guy for me. There's a reason why these guys are up here, because they were getting targeted more. So they got more tackles and more stats opportunities. So
yeah, a lot of these guys are like either safeties or nickel corners. So it's like
it's not because of their coverage ability. And the best kicker, Brandon Aubrey, we brought him in for a reason. He made a 68-yarder to tie the NFL record last week to help us win a Super Bowl chance. So yeah, he made some key field goals last week, very key field goals. Where's your guy? Oh,
number 10.
There he is, Jake Bates.
There we go.
It's a big upgrade. Big upgrade.
Yeah, he's
going now.
Ooh, yeah, no, he's definitely better. We'll take that.
Yeah, there you go. You get my former kicker here in the Cowboys. We literally just swapped kickers. I didn't even realize that. But hey, I'm glad he's having success, because I liked him. I thought he was good, but I was like, man, we can get another kicker in free agency, and we got the best. So, do we care about the AFC? I guess we could take a quick look.
Just take a quick glance at the top guys. Jamar Chase winning that makes sense.
Josh Hines Allen. Wow. Defensive player of the year for there. Carlos Compton. I don't know who this is. But he was better than Spellman.
Compton.
Is he a receiver or something?
It might have been a receiver. I think he might be a receiver. I remember when I played the Jags. They actually cooked my shit.
He was one of the 7 LSU receivers that came out in the draft. To have a better season than Spellman to get Offensive Rookie of the Year is really impressive. Oh, Dolphins. Brian Torres was a Dolphin. There you go.
And Myers at 5 for the Bills. So it definitely looks like that might have been the right move.
He had a solid season. Elliott Foles is interesting. Vaughn Herron, even with the shitty season he had.
Yeah, that's quarterback bias, though. You get him off that list, dude. He sucked.
That's fair. Reed Hastings, we weren't shocked by this. He was incredible. Insane.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Ridgeway, he was the number 1 pick.
Ridgeway was also very good, though.
Yeah.
Julian Martinez.
He was a safety, I want to say. He was one of those. Okay. I want to say. I'm not 100% on that. Let me quickly look. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. He might be a linebacker or something. I have no idea. He looks like a safety, though. DeAndre Matthews is another first-round guy. He looked really good coming out. Jordan Correa. I don't remember.
I think he's
I feel like he's a lineman.
Sounds like is he a lineman? I thought he was maybe in the corner.
I don't know. He just looks more pudgy, so I was thinking lineman.
True, but we have seen a couple of thick-jawed receivers.
That's true. Joshua Alfaro. He's pretty solid. Trey Abbott as well.
Hey, they got Trey Abbott and Alfaro. I just realized that. I had Trey Abbott going in the first round. That's a great pickup there.
It is. Phil Holiday was a safety, I believe, or maybe a receiver, actually. No, that doesn't make sense. He was a safety. Yeah. The receiver of the Defensive Rookie of the Year, they just got so many tackles off those interceptions that Allen threw. Deontay Kramer, another really good first-round D tackle. Kyrie Harbor was that Sam linebacker. Wasn't he projected to you for a while? I believe he was.
He was. That was the guy apparently the Giants were just dying to take there.
Maybe he should have. Maybe he was the guy.
Maybe that could have been the play. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Mahomes.
Mahomes somehow wins.
Derrick Henry. What year is this? Chase, receiver 1. Tyler Boyd, former Bengal. Tevin Jenkins turning things around for the Browns. There you go. What the fuck? Who are you? Who are some of this is such a weird
Max Mitchell? Oh my god.
Nah, brother.
What is that?
Brother, some of these guys should not be anywhere near this list. Josh Hines Allen obviously had a great season, so fair enough. Yeah, Hastings, man. Oh my god. I would have loved to taken him if I had a higher pick, but Kaiser White apparently had an incredible season for the Colts. A Karake at 3, there you go.
Okay.
Jair as their corner 2, sure. Probably got targeted 100 times and just managed to get 5 interceptions and said, yeah, we're good. And then the actual best kicker in football, Chris Boswell, in there. And then a bunch of kickers who changed teams. The good old kicker who can't fucking kick a field goal because he's, too far left? Right? I don't know. Either way, I forget. Yeah. I actually saw a TikTok. The Democrat account on TikTok made a fucking Chiefs video, and it showed fucking Harrison Butker missing a kick to the right. That's awful. That was crazy. Crazy work from the Dems. Yeah, crazy work. Besides the point, we're not talking politics. We're talking football because football is all that matters.
It's our politics.
Yeah. But do we... I guess we look at stats real quick, right? Look through some stats.
Let's look at stats, and then we'll preview the Super Bowl matchup, and I think then we'll be situated.
So, in the NFL, obviously we mentioned it before the game. Burrow, incredible season, 4,900 yards. Leads the league there. Most touchdowns passing, Jalen Hurts. There's a reason he won MVP. I don't know.
41-9 is pretty cool.
Jordan Love had a
You might also have to think about the rushing touchdowns
and the complete. Honestly, 72 completion percentage.
Yeah, wow,
crazy. For a starter, it looks like Lamar Jackson, the least interceptions, which is fair. He didn't throw a lot of touchdowns, but yeah, a lot of 3 at the top there. Rookie Von Herren, Will Howard getting his shot for the Steelers, then Jackson Dart just slinging the rock all over the place. Throwing pick sixes like it's nobody's business, like he's Phillip Rivers.
He's thrown quite a few of those.
And yeah, Herron, the lowest completion percentage is rough.
Stunk, dude. He stunk. I don't know why he's like that's so awful. Like he looked really bad.
Joe Milton's the GOAT on 2 pass attempts, but no, Hurts 72 leads the league. Yeah, who got sacked the most? Braylon Hurts, 0 sacks on him. He's goated. Yeah. You could not sack him in your one game that you played against him.
I remember Braylon Hurts was moving like that.
Of course, Dart and Murray up there. Maybe some of those high interception numbers deal with because we don't want to throw the
because we don't want to take sacks. The ball too quickly.
That's what we do.
We gotta just
we need to learn to take sacks like we like to in real life. Michael Penis Jr.
Like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, Michael Penis Jr. Most sacks. Obviously most yards, Scat by a large margin. Most attempts though was Derrick Henry. Yards per carry, Patrick Ricard. No, it's Trey Benson, who was fucking insane. 17.7 yards per carry. Scat was a full yard, more than a yard below. And then Jacobs as well. He was moving crazy too. Most rushing touchdowns, Trey Benson. Average yards per game was Scat, only one over 100, 100.1.
Yeah. Gary's help with that.
Dak and Murray fumbled it 5 times. Benson did fumble a decent bit. If you should go watch it. You should have watched it already, but the NFC Championship game, fumbled twice in the first quarter. I was worried there. Rashard Smith, there you go. Tyrone Tracy.
Boom.
Even though Scatterville had one less, just saying, and he had the one.
Okay, but he had like 200 extra carries.
That's true. That is true.
Tracy fumbled like once every 10 carries. It was awful.
That's fair. Broken tackle. There you go. 62 for Scat.
Yep.
I guess I see Pacheco had a good season. I don't know. I'm just a hater. I don't think he's that good. I mean, longest, I don't know, 100. Oh my God, Dameon Pierce broke off a 100-yard carry.
Pierce.
Goat.
Yeah.
Goat. That's crazy. That's crazy. A fourth of his fucking yardage is one carry. That's wild. And a touchdown. That's wild. Ayuk led the league in receiving by a little, but Chase got the most catches. The most average. Calvin Allen.
No. Oh, yep, the single.
No, let's see. First starter was Tyler Boyd. Yeah, he had a resurgence somehow in Denver. Crazy. Average yards per game obviously makes sense. Chase, TDs. Yeah, I mean, 20 TDs is fucking nutty.
Yeah, it is. Especially, that's pretty crazy.
Rack, obviously. Chase. Trey Harris had 95-yard touchdown. I think that was against me, honestly. I feel like that was, if I'm not mistaken. He kind of had a good game. There you go. Jake Cubis leading the league with 0 sacks. Jake Matthews, 18 sacks was the most. How about like for a start? I mean, obviously Andrew Thomas, Froholt, some starters in there. Morales wasn't bad though. Hernandez. I don't know how Paris Johnson had so little snaps. I guess we got off the field a lot. Just quickly. Defensively, Caden Ellis, so many tackles. 169. Grenard, he did have a good season. 19 TFLs, 13 sacks, 21.5. I was wondering what got him Defensive Player of the Year. That's it. That will do it. It's really good. Yeah, I mean, dude, Hastings, he looks so good. Ward, Schlesinger, and Gardner and Alexander with 5 picks. 16 deflections, Ernest Jones. Any crazy fumbles? Buda Baker and Fred Warner. Same division. Jamel Dean picked up so many fumbles. It's crazy. 5 of them.
Yeah, wow.
Nick Thompson, the rookie with 2 foot. I think you actually put that in. No, he wasn't a first rounder. Never mind. Handful of safeties. Handful of defensive touchdowns. Kicking, whatever. Returns? Anyone score a touchdown? Couple.
Oh.
Wester. Sure.
Malcolm Rainey.
Rookie.
And then the one you had
against,
yep.
Joshua Ramos. Man.
Yeah.
And significantly more attempts and yardage there, by the way. Punt returns, though. Stephon Diggs got 28. Why? No one scored a punt return. I mean, very, very interesting season for sure. Now, question, do we want to end it here, or do we want to quickly go over the rookie recap of year one, or do we want to wait?
Rookie recap. Could do that. Actually, we could do that now.
All right, so Glenn Ridgway, obviously, number 1 pick, and he lived up to a pretty good season. Obviously graded with an A- on 7.5 sacks, 9 TFLs, 72 tackles, 2 safeties is pretty impressive. I mean, that's what you want your number 1 overall pick to really do, is just have that promise and show potential to be that guy. So I think it's a really good pick for Tennessee so far.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I agree with that. Maybe A- a little low. I should maybe put him at an A.
I think A- is fair, just because I feel like A would have been like maybe if he got a little bit more production, and then like A+ is obviously like Reed Hastings.
So fair enough. So Dennis Stern was the 2nd pick taken by Miami, defensive end, and he didn't really get much action. He wasn't really a starter. You have Jalen Phillips in that room, of course, and whoever else we're talking about. I believe it was, I forget who the other rusher is. Was it
Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb is there.
Oh,
they also have someone else.
Chop Robinson. That's what I'm thinking of. Chop Robinson.
Yeah.
So very deep edge group, but Dennis Stern showed flashes. 5 TFLs, 1.5 sacks. But concerned about like where he's really going to start. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll eventually get the start, but you do worry about the lack of usage for the number 2 overall pick. But yeah, I mean, moving on to the third one though, Dante Frost, obviously 2.5 sacks, 10 TFLs, 43 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries. Not like sensational, but a solid piece, obviously, next to Derek Brown. It's going to be hard for him to rack up a lot of stats next to that elite D tackle. I'm sure he'll get some more opportunities next year, especially with this team continuing to improve and grow. So I think a pretty solid pick. I think C+ is fair for his production.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's done well with what he's been given. To me, 10 TFLs is pretty nice. Heading on to number 4, Dakota Hargrove. Sorry, he had some issues coming out of college. We did touch on that. He had some issues. He was a bit rowdy, maybe a little bit full of himself, and wasn't quite focused on football. But he seems to have kind of stepped back a little bit, reassessed. He didn't get insane amount of opportunities just due to so young, and I guess they didn't want to push him in right away. But 3 sacks, 7 TFLs, blocked a field goal, and he looked pretty solid for a rookie campaign. He overcame his disciplinary concerns. He started doing some charity drives, and kind of just got his career back on track. I think there's a lot of promise for Mr. Hargrove being able to bounce back.
That's good to hear. Good to hear. And this one was obviously a very exciting name coming out. DeMar Spellman, rookie quarterback for the Raiders, 3,300 yards, 22 touchdowns, 9 picks, 6 rushing tutties. A very promising season. Obviously didn't light up the scoreboard a lot, but he was, for a rookie, really good at protecting the football. Only 9 interceptions in his first year is really impressive. And yeah, went to the playoffs with this team. So I think he's going to have a really great career.
Ben Johnson unlocked him.
Yeah.
And speaking of rookie quarterbacks, Corey Burrow was taken right after that and had a much better season, honestly, almost statistically. 4,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, only 1 more interception at 10. Only 2 rushing touchdowns, but he totaled 30 touchdowns on the year. And balled out with Devin Duvernay, wide receiver 1. They did not make the playoffs. NFC was a little bit tougher than the AFC, and their offense was inconsistent at times. Corey Burrow played pretty well. I think he definitely looks like the Rams' future quarterback.
Yeah, I got to see it firsthand as well. Then obviously we talked about Reed Hastings a lot this video, but he's incredible. A+ pick. Just 15 sacks, 8 TFLs is wild. Just the production from him, defensive rookie of the year. So there's not much to talk about other than this guy is here to stay, and he is incredible.
And 93 tackles for D tackle is also pretty.
That is a lot. They ran a lot into him, apparently. He was all over the place.
I guess, or he ran into them.
That's true.
Number 9, DeAndre Matthews from Colts pick there at number 9. 5 sacks, 7 TFLs. Wait, no, did I miss Deontay Kramer?
You did. You skipped Kramer.
I did skip. Sorry, DeAndre Kramer, Deontay. I just mixed them a little bit.
Yeah.
But in between the Browns' 2 picks, So let's go. DeAndre Kramer, 4 sacks, 4 TFLs, 44 tackles, 4 across the board. I did notice, I looking at the Browns, Myles Garrett had 16 sacks. Mason Graham had 8. And I gave him a B+ because of that. I think that, he kind of played like a very reminiscent of a nose tackle, and that D line across the board played really well. So I think he was opening up a lot of lanes, and he's also, as a rookie, did pretty well. The pass rushing group did pretty well. And I think he deserves a B+. He was a starter and played really well alongside Mason Graham.
I think that's reasonable. And DeAndre Matthews, a really good campaign as well for him starting with the Colts, obviously next to DeForest Buckner, and will probably take over the spot as DT1. 5 sacks, 7 TFLs, 54 tackles, got a blocked field goal. A lot of promise for him, and he gets to learn behind one of the better D tackles in the league. So very exciting.
He's in good mentorship. At 10th pick is
You've been
Von
very
Herron,
vocal.
second.
You've been very vocal about this one.
Right. Well, just make your own opinions, but take a look at these stats here. So, Browns at number 10 picked Von Herron. 3,365 yards, 18 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 4 rushing touchdowns, 56% completion percentage, and they were 7-10. They were the same as Burrow's Rams because of how dominant the Browns defense is. I don't know. I feel like he kind of stunk, but rookies will have, like, I'm not saying he's a total bust yet, but that's not how you want to start your career out.
Yeah.
The 18 pick.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, their offense still isn't great either. He doesn't have a great situation around him offensively. So I don't know if most quarterbacks, young quarterbacks at least, would succeed in that environment. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, he wasn't safe with the football, which definitely needs to be worked on for sure. And then you go to Devin Barber, who was very involved. 101 tackles for corner is not usually a number you want to see, but he did get a lot of those tackles. He was a strong tackler. 6 deflections. Didn't get any picks, but, you know, he did a pretty good job helping out with that top 10 secondary and passing yards allowed. And it's definitely a good starting corner now for them, along with Terrion Arnold. I'd assume those two are going to be a duo for a while. So, yeah, B+ is fair, I'd say.
Very well. And Javier Herrera, 605 yards and 1 touchdown, 52 receptions. Gave him a flat B. I think, you know, he didn't really get involved that much. He was behind 3 receivers and just didn't see the football a terrible amount, but he got a decent amount of reps, and he played well when he got the ball. So I think B for his rookie year sounds pretty fair, and has a whole career ahead of him. Again, these aren't like how we think what they're going to do overall, but this is just our first, I guess, season 1 first impressions, how they played. So I think these ratings are fair so far.
Yeah. To another tight end, a guy who I think is not as good of potential as Herrera, but I do think he is better right now based on stats. 757 yards for Jalen Thomas for the Chargers with 3 touchdowns on 70 catches. Led in downs played as well. You know, pretty good year. I think A- is fair. Had 3 receivers ahead of him, and McConkey, Johnston, and Trey Harris. So very good safety blanket that I know Herbert's been needing. A good tight end for a while. So pretty good season for him.
All right, he got a tight end right there. Madison Beer hasn't been quite cutting it.
Yeah.
Trent Pierce,
not tight
defensive
enough.
tackle, 3 sacks, 2 TFLs, 37 tackles. I don't think he wasn't a full-time starter. Only 12 games, only about 500 downs played. Not a ton of production, but there's definitely potential here. I think that this is what you're likely to see with these depth defensive tackles.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But then you look at Josh Alfaro, obviously 1.5 sacks isn't shouting out as being a B+ pick, but 13 TFLs, 58 tackles, only on 687 downs. Is very impressive as a run defender, obviously sitting next to Quinnen Williams there on the interior. So didn't get a ton of starting, time. He wasn't full-time. He was rotational, but he got a lot of production in the run game for sure. And I think him and Quinnen Williams are a really nice duo for a while. And I think he had a solid season based on just how much he produced in that little time he got.
That's fair. So Donnell Kitchens up next. He was, I believe, NC State
yes,
DB there.
I believe so.
114 tackles, another high tackle corner, 2 TFLs, 2 interceptions, 5 deflections. Yeah, no, he was an amazing tackler, and he was solid at the football. 2 picks, you love that. The downhill action there with 2 TFLs, but he played great as a pass defender, I think, and also just a very efficient tackler.
Yeah,
they're happy with Donnell Kitchens.
He was in the Defensive Rookie of the Year contention as well, so definitely noteworthy. We move to the second Rams pick here, protecting the blind side of Burrow, and Malcolm Hoffman didn't do a good job of protecting his blind side, unfortunately. He did stay healthy, unlike some of the tackles we'll talk about shortly, but he did give up a decent amount of sacks with 12. Obviously not horrible. Did play a ton of snaps, 1,005, but definitely needs to improve on his pass protection. But not a bad season, but definitely more to be desired, especially with some of the tackles coming up.
Fair enough. And speaking of of tackles, we kind of begin where all the teams are taking offensive linemen. You have Juan Morgan, Washington Commanders, like they're at 18. Only let up 4 sacks, but he did miss a few games, I believe.
Yeah.
He missed the last 5 games of the season, but he did pretty well, projecting Jaden Daniels. Of course, having a more very mobile quarterback helps, but Juan Morgan played very well.
Yeah.
His rookie debut.
That was one thing we saw is he looked like a really elite pass protector, and he showed that there. And the injury was a concern. So we were right to assume both of those things, and both of those things seem to be true year one. We see Ed Cohen, who was the only right tackle initially picked. Obviously, a couple guys moved to the right side, but he was the only natural right tackle selected in the first round. Didn't start. He only played 35 downs, but on those 35 downs, didn't let up a sack. So when he was given a chance, he was solid, and it seems like at least where cap-wise, where the Vikings are at, Brian O'Neill might be leaving on his contract year right now, so Ed Cohen might step in as the starter next season and see a lot more production.
Fair enough. All right. Next, you will get the Patriots corner, Silas Cleary. We did talk about the Patriots secondary. He didn't start, didn't give any opportunities, only 15 tackles. C- is fair. He didn't get an opportunity to play, so you don't really know. Pick 20 might be a little high for a guy like that, but you know what? Like, if they have a plan, they definitely
with how Carlton Davis played, they might want to get him in as a starter.
Yeah, I think that's the move. But yeah, no, Silas Cleary, not much to say there.
That's and then moving on to Justin Potter again. He was also mentioned in that top 10 NFC Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Got a decent amount of tackles and got an interception, a forced fumble, 2 recoveries. So, good year, good tackler. Got some involvement in the turnover game, but definitely a solid pick for the Cowboys thus far. Very solid.
Daniel Curtis, the left tackle that the Broncos took at 22, gave up 11 sacks in 11 games. So he missed 6 games, and every game he gave up a sack. So not good. That's a D- for sure. That really poor play from the offensive tackle position. The lowest grade in the class, I think, rightfully so. I mean, you're missing time and you're not doing well on the field. It's definitely that. Hopefully, maybe they'll coach him up a little bit. He bounces back, but not a great rookie year for the rookie tackle.
Yeah. All I can say is that I'm a little happy that I didn't get the chance to draft him because I might have. We'll go to Dane Myers here. We mentioned him. He was a big shock. He was probably the most shocking pick in the draft, I think, for us, because we just didn't see a tight end for the Bills happening with Kincaid and Knox there. Yeah. They moved off of Kincaid. And he got 58 catches, 674 yards, 5 touchdowns, 221 of those yards being run after catch there. So, not an incredible, crazy season or anything, but he was the 3rd or 4th option for Allen. So very solid complimentary role. B- I think is pretty reasonable for him. And I think he can be a nice safety blanket there in Buffalo.
Fair enough. Will Carr, the right tackle, only gave up 2 sacks this season. He's a rookie, which is very, very good. Of course, having Kyler helps with that, but I mean, he's played all 17 games, healthy stretch. He had a rough start early on with some small injury issues and concerns, but he did very well transitioning from left tackle to right tackle, and I think that's definitely something to be proud of. I mean, no, not easy to make that transition. Not as easy as just switching their position in a video game.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Yeah, as a Tommy Salami himself, I'm very proud of Will Carr's production and performance this season. And now a guy that I think both of us were looking at, obviously these next couple picks are kind of that same situation. Dom Higgins was a guy that came in starting for the really rough Texans O-line and didn't help a lot with the O-line, at least pass protection-wise. Gave up 14 sacks through 17 games, so he did at least stay healthy, played 1,034 downs, but the sack production that he gave up there. It's just a little much, not great at protecting Stroud there in Houston.
Fair enough. And
oof, this one must hurt
on,
for you.
Another tackle, bit. Ross Barton. Ended up with a B- grade, 8 sacks in 11 games. Decent year when he was healthy. Missed half the season. So, yeah, I think that's definitely fair. I mean, rookie tackles are going to struggle, but yeah, Barden's a tough one. I definitely liked Barden. But I mean, just that streak of tackles. I mean, literally, it's 5 tackles straight. Ross Barden did pretty well.
Yeah. And then moving on to Jeff Glover, who also had a pretty poor season there at left tackle. The Niners were really reaching. I think we both agree Jeff Glover wasn't worth that high of a. I think he was more of a second and third round guy. They took him at the end of the first, and clearly he showed it because 17 sacks in only 16 games. Missed 1 game, 955 downs. Just could not really fill the shoes of Trent Williams there. Let up a lot of sacks on Purdy, and that I think is probably why we saw a bit of a downturn for the Niners this season.
And they actually traded up. I believe I traded with the Niners, right?
Yeah,
I traded back that 1 pick.
I believe so. You did.
I really wanted Glover.
Yeah, and so far hasn't worked out. Maybe he'll develop into being a solid player, but for now, off of this year, it does not look great.
No. And Bobby Wilkins slid also from left tackle to right tackle. Only let up 4 sacks, but he was getting cooked. He got pushed over often, and Jackson Dart got hit a few times as he threw, like a good few of incompletions, a couple picks because of that. But he also had some bright flashes, especially in the run game. I think he was actually a really good run blocker. And he had stretches where he would play very well off the edge, but he just definitely had a struggle against high impact edges, and that's expected. I mean, not easy, but yeah, he's shown some flashes, but B- is pretty fair. We'll see if he can rebound and have a better year too.
And then next, a guy who might be matching up a little bit with Bobby Wilkins, not fully, but a little bit. And you have some history. Almost ended your season, as we mentioned. Tyson Jones. Picked for the Eagles, came in as mainly a run-stopping defensive end, edge rusher, but actually got 7 sacks, only 3 TFLs, 41 tackles, and a forced fumble. Obviously played pretty well across from Nolan Smith. So very impressive development from college to NFL for sack production, because we just did not see that coming. We thought he was going to be more so a run-stopping guy, but he put up some solid production.
It's fair. Speaking of solid production, Orlando Conley didn't get too many opportunities, but he got a pick in one of his 322 downs he got to play. He wasn't a starter because he was behind 3 corners like Jair Alexander and definitely blanking out some names. But he was behind some guys.
Nate Wiggins. Those are the other 3.
Nate Wiggins. Yeah, there you go. Very easy gettable corners, but that I don't. Jair Alexander was the
I've
first
seen him.
Yep. So. Yeah, Orlando Conley, it's one of those picks you're just kind of waiting. I mean, obviously, they're going to have some spots open up in that DB room. And
very soon, I will say, with salaries.
Foreboding.
Yeah. And then the pick I'll probably be most proud of predicting, not because I like the Chiefs or anything, but just because it was a shot in the dark on who they were going to take. Sal Tiller, the running back, production-wise, 482 yards on, I think it was about 100 carries, so about a 4.8 yard per carry, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he split with Rashard Smith, right?
A little bit, but 21 catches, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The problem was that he missed 8 games with injury, but when he was playing, he looked good. He looked like he could be their next lead back. So B- I think is fair because he was very productive when he was healthy. So we'll see if he can stay healthy.
And injury's going to hold you back, unfortunately, but luckily didn't for Hunter Stringer. Played a full, I believe, 17-game stretch, 140 tackles, 10 TFLs, 2 sacks, and a pick at Mike linebacker. He was the only Mike that was taken in the first round, and he played very well, and Buccaneers are very happy. He was a Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate. filtered in really well for Levante David and his retirement, of course. And that concludes the first round of the NFL draft. There were some later guys who also ended up being pretty good. Some tight ends who slid, like Rodney Whiteside, who we saw there, amongst some other players. But that was
just
that's the first round.
Just a little look back at the guys that we covered extensively in the first round last year, and we thought it'd be interesting to take a look back. Yeah, but that will
full circle.
a little full circle. But that will be it for this portion. This will be a separate video from the rest, which will be the off season. So, we will. I will be playing the Super Bowl here very shortly, and we will reconvene together on stream again. Excuse me, and we will.
Sounds good. Go win the Super Bowl, Tommy.
We'll see. I mean, Bengals. They look pretty good on offense.
Go prove who Defensive Rookie of the Year
That's
is.
true. That's true. But yeah, we're very excited to get to the off season. But obviously, I'm very excited to see if we can cap off a incredible season here in Arizona. So, want to thank everyone for watching, and hope you enjoyed both of our series. Obviously, we're gonna look to continue through next season here, and we hope to keep going, keep chugging along. It's been very fun.
Yep. Make it easy.
All right. Have a good one.